Hello, everyone. What is going on? My name is Timpedia, and welcome back to the TNT podcast, episode 46 or 7?
7.
I can't remember what last week.
Like every time you host, we forget. We were good for the last 2 weeks, but
yeah,
now that we're back to normal, we're back to forgetting because that's normal for us.
Hey,
yeah,
man.
because that is our normal.
That is our normal
every
state.
week.
But yeah, we're back. On my right
You got Friedman.
and on my left,
There's just Tyler.
and we have a shocking amount of news to cover. Although most of it's going to be pretty quick. Even the big
These are all
Magic
short
news,
stories.
which
It
is
better be.
unfortunately quick.
I'm trying to cut my nap short tonight. You know what I mean?
Oh my god. No. Yeah, we'll just get right into it.
I barely knew what was going on this week. I hadn't been on the Magic subreddit.
Yeah,
all
Freeman
week.
messaged me today and was like, "What is this thing on the subreddit? I don't get it."
And I went for a bathroom break. On the front page of Reddit is what looks like a reprint of Doubling Season, followed by a reprint of Land Tax. I'm sitting there, I'm like, what the actual fuck is going on right now?
There's some stuff. There's some stuff happening.
You want to explain
so-
what this is all about?
Yeah. So let's go through what the Magic news that's happening right now is.
Yep, I'll set my alarm
Oh
for
my
a half
God.
hour.
So, as we mentioned last week, Friday was announcement day, and it was honestly kind of disappointing. Basically, Wizards announced that the next 3 sets after the core set 2019, that is coming out in what, July, August?
That one should come
Has
out
to be July.
end of June, first week in July, I think.
Yeah. That's coming out, and then they announced that the next 3 sets after that will all take place on the plane of Ravnica, which is like
It's
one
the
of,
plane.
if not the most popular plane.
Ravnica.
Wow.
That's how you say it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
No, but this is pretty interesting because outside of like many visits to Dominaria and stuff, the original Magic plane, this is the first time we're going back to a plane for the
that
third
we've already
time.
been back to.
Yeah. So this is, everyone called this Return to Ravnica as a big joke. But yeah, I'm pretty excited, although most of the community is honestly pretty bummed about being on Ravnica for 3 sets in a row. But apparently what's going to happen is, because on Ravnica, there are the guilds, which are these 10 organizations that perfectly represent all the 2-color combinations of Magic. And they're going to do 5 in the first set that they cover, 5 in the second set, and then the third set is going to be like a story thing where they just focus on random stuff. They don't really do anything with the guilds. It's supposed to kind of finish the Gatewatch story and all this stuff. Who knows what it'll be?
Yeah. Could be anything.
I'm excited, though. Is it's in the first set? I'm pretty hyped.
So I'm actually happy about this because everyone I know will not shut up about how much they loved Return to Ravnica Standard. But then the second I bring up Gatecrash, everyone starts getting a little, I like Gatecrash for the individual cards. People apparently didn't like the draft format. And then you bring out the big boy. You talk about Dragon's Name. the tiny last set of that block. And everyone starts vomiting because A, there were no cards in that set. And B, there were no cards in that set. So everyone is mad. Wizards made a big deal about this in their update for not doing small sets anymore.
Yeah.
And I think this will be a good opportunity to do Ravnica again, because I don't know how tied they are to having, each set be specific guild focused. They may do what they did in, the last time around where it was, 5 guilds focused in the first one, 5 guilds in the second one, and the last one is going to try and be just
That's not last time. That's this one, Freeman.
random ass. Wait, sorry, what was it?
No, that's you mean it's like that's what they did in last time they came to Ravnica. This
That's
time it's 5-5
What did they
random.
do? They did 4-4-2. That's what they did last time.
I thought it was 4. It was some weird combination.
Point is, there were little bits of other guilds in the first 2 sets because by the time they got to the third one, they're like, "Oh fuck, we don't have enough space for this to do all like the maze runners, everyone having like guild leaders and this shit," and they
Just
ran
too
out of
much.
space. So
Yep.
I think this will give them a chance to essentially redo Return to Ravnica because people already like Return to Ravnica. They were just kind of limited by what they were doing with the sets at the time.
Yeah.
I'm not mad about this. I personally think 2-color is the greatest thing in Magic.
That's why people love Ravnica. The guilds are so clean and such a good definition of what
The 2-color
the
identity.
2 colors represent. There's a reason that almost everyone refers to the 2-color combination as what the 2-color guild is because it so perfectly sums up. It's just so tied together with what the two colors represent together. It's hard to look at two color cards from like other planes and see what they represent other than just extensions of the guilds, even if they are technically kind of unrelated.
Just because you brought that up, I remember right after Khans of Tarkir came out, and everyone was, pushing how Wizards and Star City Games wanted to use the what are they called? They're not clans. They're whatever they were. Like, I guess they were clan. The clan names from Tarkir, and everyone's like, "This is never going to take off. No one knows what the fuck a Sultai is." Except now, everyone does, and no one questions it anymore.
And then the other one was the shards from Alara.
The shards,
even though those shards don't exist in the story anymore.
I know, right?
Tyler, really quickly though, because it's a funny anecdote. I know Friedman. You heard Friedman say that the set Dragon's Maze was terrible, and no one knows any of the cards from that set. Mm-hmm. The what was it, second or third most expensive card from that set for years was a token. Literally a token that was just so rare. It was like the token generated by the most expensive card in the set. Because
they used to have tokens have the same rarity as the cards that made it. And there's this one card, Voice of Resurgence, who was a mythic. Honestly, best card in that set. I love that card. But the token it made was also mythic rare. So it was like 1 in 64 packs that had a token had that token in it. And no one wanted to open that set. So it was super rare.
Yeah, and then they reprinted it in a master set, and now no one cares about Dragon's Maze forever.
Didn't they also make a full art version of it or something?
I don't remember if it was on Unstable. But anyway, so that's coming. But what's happening right now in Magic is we have just entered spoilers for a set called Battle Bond. Tyler, you even will remember Unstable, how that was the weird draft kind of supplemental set or conspiracy that we did last summer. The next one of those supplemental draft products is Battle Bond, which is supposed to be focused on Two-Headed Giant, which is 2 players on a team with a shared life total. They have started spoiling this set, and this is like conspiracy set levels of amazing reprints and cool new multiplayer mechanics. I could easily see myself. I don't know about you, Freeman. I already see a handful of cards that might make some changes to Commander decks.
I need to look at Mythic Spoiler. I've just been looking at the random threads that come up, and I can't really.
I literally opened it as you said that.
Yeah, I'll probably look at it end of the week and see what's going on, see if there's anything. I still haven't bought anything since what was it? The second set came out. I haven't bought anything yet. Yeah, I've been holding off hard.
Lol. No, but there's some amazing stuff like Swords to Plowshares, which is in almost every supplemental, but it's always in demand.
Such a good card.
Doubling Season, which was an insanely expensive myth card and is going to stay that way because people are going to just use them. They're never going to sell these. Vigor is a really cool rare. True Name Nemesis, which is a legacy staple. Land Tax. Stunning Reversal seems like it could be a busted card in Legacy. That's the one where if you lose, you actually get 7 cards and have a life total of 1.
Yep.
It's the coolest thing ever. There is a lot of cool stuff in here. There's a new partner with mechanic that changes how that kind of updates the partner system, which is really cool. I don't want to get into it all right now, but suffice to say, this set actually looks really sick. I don't think I'm going to open it or draft it with anyone unless, like, literally, I think Freeman, you or Luigi, I would do at a store with Battle Bond drafting.
Yeah, because you also want a teammate that you actually want to play with, not just some rando.
Yeah, I mean, I love Val, but I wouldn't want to do a team draft event with her.
What? You don't want a teammate who drafts blue-white life gain?
Every time. No, but there's some really cool stuff. Like there's an assist mechanic where other people can pay for stuff, and I heard on other podcasts even that works in Commander, so you can offer for people to help you.
I was wondering how that worked with
Yeah, you basically declare the spell and say, "Hey, does anyone want to help me?" And there's also the new friend or foe mechanic.
Friend or foe is cool.
The partner with, like I said, there's a lot of really cool stuff in here. The set has not been super spoiled yet. We've seen a lot of the mythics, but nothing much of rares or uncommons. So I'm excited. I probably, like I said, won't draft it, but I would definitely like to own some of these cards at some point. Also, Arena Rector, which is the Planeswalker Academy Rector.
Oh my god, I read that. I'm like, I can't believe this is a real card.
But anyway, we can stop
me
talking.
Either.
No, it's so Tyler, I know you're joking, but it's actually it's a really cool callback. In old Magic, there was this busted card called Academy Rector which was a creature that when it died, you got to tutor up any enchantment and put it onto the battlefield for free. Do you remember the card Omniscience, the one that lets you play any card for free?
Oh yeah.
It's a 10 mana cost enchantment, but you play this 4-cost creature, then you play a spell that makes you sacrifice it, and you go get Omniscience for 4 mana from your library onto the battlefield for free. They are printing a new one in Battle Bond that does that for Planeswalkers. So it's not nearly as busted because most Planeswalkers don't really do anything that insane, although I guess you could draft a Cat Arena Rector and Doubling Season in a deck and Ultimate a Planeswalker immediately.
Oh my god. It's fucking disgusting.
Oh, you know what I just
Triple
realized?
no.
So the 2 Planeswalkers we've seen, both Doubling Season gets them to exactly their ultimate, so they would die if they
I
ultimate.
haven't even seen the Planeswalkers yet for this. Oh, hold up real quick. Because we mentioned Planeswalkers, there's a big implication right now. So Wizards showed off the new what are they called? Planeswalker intro decks. But they started doing what's called like international series. They once targeted at specific audiences. Translation, they want the Chinese market. So they're printing these Chinese Planeswalker decks. And it comes with the implication that the cards in this deck that are now standard legal are only standard legal in China.
Oh my god.
Which is
Wow.
this whole new region-specific variant of formats, which just sounds like the worst can of worms to open.
It seems retarded.
That sounds like a bad idea.
During
Tyler.
the same day that Wizard says, "Oh, our buy a box promo that everyone fucking hated and complained about, people loved it. We're doing it again." So they're keeping with that.
Yeah,
for the
you remember
next
that, Tyler. The red-white card that you could only get if you pre-ordered a box.
Oh right.
Yeah, they're going to keep doing that going forward.
But no one liked that.
But you know who
Sure.
did like it? Stores loved it because it meant they got money that was because Walmart has been getting master sets lately, so stores have been feeling neglected. So this probably really helped kill it at stores for Dominaria. And so they're like, okay, we want to keep making stores happy, so we'll just keep making interesting but weak cards so that people don't feel like they have to. But it's such a dangerous line. If they make one of these cards too good and it takes over standard, these cards are going to be hundreds of dollars because of how rare they are.
Jesus Christ.
Slippery slope.
I was going to say one other thing about those Chinese cards, Freeman. Tyler, you know how most artwork from Chinese games looks really... It all looks like mobile game art?
Yeah.
They made sure to get authentic Chinese artists for these Chinese cards.
God
And man, does
damn
the art
it.
look terrible.
God.
Looks like every mobile
damn
game
it.
I've ever
It
seen.
really looks like mobile artwork.
Why? You know what? Actually,
Because
No,
the
no.
Chinese will pay for it.
no. I'm actually kind of upset about this now. Now you've got me awake. Fuck my alarm.
Hell yeah.
Because Wizards, that's the thing. Like, I always held Wizard to like a high standard, kind of like with like Blizzard with their art, right? But like for tabletop games and shit, right? Like it's like Wizards works on Magic, always stellar art. Same thing with their Dungeons and Dragons books, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like they have this theme going, and I understand they want to cater to this other demographic, but at least make it fit with the rest of your theme. Like, don't like just shit on your quality. Like
That's the
yeah, if
problem.
you want to do that, but if it looks like shit, then what's the point?
The problem is at the end of the day, they report to Hasbro, who cares about the bottom line. They don't care about Wizards keeping their ideals and maintaining artwork and just their general way things look and aesthetic. Hasbro cares about money,
Yeah.
and that's why this is happening.
You know what?
It's
You know what else sucks about it
shit.
though? Honestly, I bet the art is probably good for the Chinese market.
They're probably like, "Whoa, what is this cool looking Planeswalker?"
No, it looks like shit.
I don't know.
Chinese I don't even need to look at it because every time I see that like mobile game, like 10-cent garbage that I always
yeah, baby.
see, it looks like trash.
Speaking
And-
of which,
Wait, hold on.
this is a
Real quick.
side news story. Go ahead, Freeman.
In defense of this product, the first like 3 Planeswalker decks we got all look like shit too. So you can't judge it too hard.
But speaking of Tencent, this is kind of this is another news story, but Tyler, since you mentioned Tencent specifically, hilariously enough, sorry, I'm looking up those cards because you have to see them, Tyler. I don't care what you say. Tencent bought the developers of...
yeah, Path of Exile.
Yeah, so they now own Path of Exile and League, which is getting pretty nuts.
Fucking... This is what happens when a seventh of the population of the world gets control of shit.
Mm-hmm.
This is terrible. That sounds fucking awful, but that's just the truth.
You're not really wrong.
Like, that's the thing. It's like I hate it when these big conglomerates take over.
I mean, they're the biggest publisher in the
like
world
that.
now.
They are.
They've
been like that though. Like, they've been getting there. Like, they dominate the Chinese market with, like, not just, like, you know, their other random mobile games, but, like, you know, they've been taking everything.
Mm-hmm.
I think... Oh, no, I'm thinking of something else. Never mind. But yeah, like, they're like the fucking Disney over there. They just, they've been buying up shit.
Buy everything.
They really have.
Which sucks, because I feel
go.
like that ruins the integrity of whatever. Because what I've been talking about, all right, I spoke about this a while ago with PUBG, how they were bought by, was it Bluehole? I forget who bought them. But like, you know, they were supposed to be marketed for like a Chinese market, but it's like the whole foundation of the game needed to be changed to accommodate this Chinese market.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, well, fuck, like, now I feels weird playing this game because I feel like a part of the integrity has been ruined.
So to finish off this whole thing before we go out too deep on the China hole, and we need to get back to the regular news, Tyler, there you go. There's your link to the article with the 2 pictures.
This doesn't look great.
Oh, you saw it? You already looked?
Fake.
You know, yeah, like, I'm looking at them right now. I am not... The first one's like, whatever. It kind of looks
not
all right.
bad. I like
the first one's not bad.
Yeah, but the
second one, Zhang Yangu, looks like a fucking... I don't know what the hell he looks like. Like, I don't like his face. It doesn't look correct.
Boring.
Yeah, he doesn't look interesting.
It looks like bad anime. That's what it really looks like.
Yeah, like the first one at least...
So it looks like all anime, right?
Damn. God damn. But, yeah, I mean, the first one shows, like, you know, each card, like, has always, like I said, this stellar art that has, like, some kind of majesty to them, right? Like, I find that, you know, but, like, the way his face looks and this stupid ass dog in the background with his fucking... It's
supposed to be a 3/3 creature named
Is it really?
Look at his -1 ability. Also, Freeman, the -1 wording seems like the worst phrasing.
Mowu.
If you don't control a creature named Mowu, create a 3/3 Mowu. Why is it worded that way? Like, we already had Nissa and Ashaya.
Yeah, Nissa's already worded differently. What I'm willing to bet is these cards are being released in Chinese, and they just did a raw translate for the images they showed for the rest of the world.
Probably.
They are being released in all languages. You can buy this box in English.
Interesting. I don't know if I would want to.
I don't know. Whoever they fucking got for localization needs to step their shit up.
Yeah, I mean, Google Translate. What are you doing?
I feel like that's all they do is, like, they get, like, this linguist expert, and all this motherfucker does is, like, he's actually an intern. He just goes in and just types in Google Translate.
So, live on podcast fact checking, it's actually only available in English, it says. What?
Oh, for real?
Wait, what?
They just goofed.
Why is this? Okay, let me put it this way. Currently, the product page says available in English and lists no other languages.
What?
Why would you make a Chinese product? We already print cards in other... whatever. We're done. We're done here.
We're done here.
Let's move on to a different
Let's move on to my nap for Overdank.
This one's real short because I don't play Overwatch anymore. But We talked
I
about
do every once in a while.
We talked about the anniversary event last week. Throughout the week, there were leaks of different pictures of what the new skins were. I think it's been. I don't know if the update's out or if it's been fully confirmed. I'm pretty sure it's out now. But point is,
I haven't checked yet.
The new skins are pretty dank. Lucio got screwed over. He just got a recolor, but everyone else got some cool stuff. We got Doomfist in a suit, like a suit. That's pretty fly.
Wait, hold on. I'm trying to look at these because I never actually looked at them. Oh, yeah, that is a pretty dope suit for Doomfist.
But more importantly, all the dancing animations from last year come back.
Ooh, I like that Sherlock skin for fucking McCrew.
Yeah, he's
That looks
good.
dope. I don't give a shit. Why are they trying to make Junkrat look like Lucio?
They're trying to make him look like a pirate.
It's fucking stupid. Anyway, the Orisa skin looks kind of cool. The Symmetra skin looks kind of dumb. Torbjorn skin looks weird. That's it, man. Brigitte looks like, I don't know. I guess it could.
It's all about Bastion, Doomfist, and McCree.
Bastion looks fucking cool. McCree looks like the dopest shit, though. I like that.
If I played
like
Doomfist, I'd go for Doomfist.
Yeah, I don't. The Haitian sensation. Yeah, no, it's whatever.
All right, well, that's it for Overdank news.
That's it.
I'll probably play trying to unlock some boxes, but
Wow, that was fast.
I don't have a lot of time.
It was fast.
The news this week is short. These are just minor announcements, except
After
Magic, which apparently takes up like half the show. But
see, I fucking told you guys. You guys don't listen.
Yeah,
hey,
but
we kept you
into it. You got into it. Fucking.
I
Chinese
did at
market
the end
shit.
because that is, I guess, because like I'm into.
You got triggered from
about
the
game market. Yeah. Yeah, it woke me up.
You've been woke?
Like, yeah, like
Chinese mobile app. What?
Like Danny does Freeman in the morning.
Speaking of woke, we got to finish that unstable draft finally. And we're home in.
Oh my god, those cards—they're still there.
Even Tyler had fun.
Yeah, it was cool.
All right, let's talk about Pokemon.
All right, this is how I know Pokemon Go is a shitty game, because they announced that the Alolan forms of the Gen 1 Pokemon featured in Pokemon Sun and Moon are coming to Pokemon Go. This is bad because the whole concept of Alolan forms is we're not engaging the Gen 1 crowd enough. We need to cater to them harder. The problem is, except for like the last maybe 11 months, that's all Pokemon Go is. This is a giant pandering to Gen 1 gamers. And everyone's like, we want more Pokemon. They're like, they're skipping Gen 4. They're skipping like half of Gen 3. 5, 6 might as well not exist. Pokemon Gen 7, who knows them? But the Gen 1 Pokemons who look different in Pokemon 7, man, we have to get those to market ASAP. Why? Because only fucking Gen 1 kids are playing Pokemon Go.
Only Gen 1 kids are playing Pokemon Go.
My sister told me she recently joined a raiding group where they have coordinated events where they go and raid.
Stop it. No, she does not.
It's a real thing that I can't believe is happening.
I'm flaming your sister.
Freemate, you might be uninvited to Ohio by proxy because holy shit.
She didn't start this. She joined an existing group that raids consistently IRL.
All right, listen.
Is it worse to join that or to be a creator of it? I don't know.
If I were you, Freeman, like say you were trying to run for president, right? I would try to distance yourself as much from your sister as you can.
Look,
because I'll tell you what.
I have a MyAnimeList account. I can't run for president.
No, you don't get it.
MyAnimeList.
There's listen, they would come out, they would hit the press with the MyAnimeList, and they're like, wow, this kid's a fucking weeb. Oh, breaking news. Friedman's sister is a part of a Pokemon Go raid group, and then you'd be done.
Do you know what I would
be able to show your face in America ever
I'd
again.
look dead into the fucking camera, and I'd say, Pokemon Go to the polls.
That's
Podcast
when
canceled.
That's when I'd have to quit your staff. It's over.
Canceled.
Podcast canceled.
This is over for sure.
This is why I gotta distance myself in case I ever have to run for president.
We done now. We done here.
Yeah, if anyone's wrong, we're just gonna delete the podcast.
Oh hell yeah, dude! Are you kidding me? We can't fucking survive with this shit.
We can't can't survive with this low quality shit. God damn it.
How did you feel spending your mid-20s talking about waifus?
Oh my god.
Listen, waifus are a part of life.
No
Part of-
waifu, no waifu.
Oh.
No waifu, no waifu. If I were you, did I tell you guys what I'm getting my friend? I mean,
Doesn't sound like
I should save this. I should save this.
Oh,
for
you
the
want to save it
weeb
for the
shit.
weeb shit? All right, we'll save it.
Yeah.
When
I
we do
will
the
save
what did we
it.
watch this week? That's what you watched this week. So make sure to bring that up.
Oh my
All
god,
right.
no.
All right.
All right,
But
God.
let's Pokemon go the fuck away. Let's move on.
Yeah.
To the next
Pokemon
topic.
Go.
I
Man,
just
Freeman, you're on top of these today.
I wanted to take a second, right?
Oh.
Because the solo movie's coming out this weekend. I want to know.
Oh, I
for
got
sure.
thoughts.
You got thoughts? I want to hear them, Tim.
So, okay, for context, my girlfriend and I have gone to the movies a shocking amount in the last few weeks. We went to Avengers about a month ago. Then we went to Avengers again this past week. And then we went to Deadpool on Sunday. That means I've seen a Solo trailer. Well, actually, I don't think Solo was in front of Deadpool, but it was definitely in front of Avengers both times. As we all agreed, after that first trailer, we agreed that Solo was dead and gone because this looked like fucking trash.
Yeah.
Why, God, why is every viewing of this Solo trailer in theaters making me think the movie is less likely to be awful?
Oh, you're more optimistic now?
I'm more optimistic
Really?
about this
Oh.
fucking
I've gone
movie.
the other way. I saw literally
Really?
nothing since that first trailer, and seeing the new one again, I'm like, oh no. It was
Yeah, I'm
as
not
good as I thought it would
feeling
be.
it either.
I'm
Like,
kind of
not.
wow, really?
Well,
I'm
no,
not
like,
feeling
it hasn't
it.
gotten worse, but I'm unchanged from the way I thought after the first trailer.
Same. I feel the same way.
I'm shocked. That's interesting. I that's respectable. I don't know. Trust me, I don't know why. We were in the theater watching Avengers for the second time, and after the trailer, I leaned over to Val and I was like, "Why is this making me consider that this might be an okay movie again?"
Oh, that's a good question.
I
The
don't
real-
get it.
The real problem was I watched the "This Is America" music video before seeing the trailer.
Oh, Jesus.
Get
I
the
can't
fuck outta here.
unsee Donald Glover
This
as-
is
in
America.
that music video.
That's funny.
You catch me slipping up. Woo!
I haven't even watched it.
You really need to. It's something else.
It's
a viewing
interesting.
experience.
So
It is
Tyler,
a viewing
I
experience.
wouldn't
yeah.
listen to that song outside the music video, but it's a viewing experience.
Tyler, I'm sure you'll appreciate. I legitimately had no idea that Childish Gambino and Donald Glover were the same person until
Get
I
the
read it in an
Oh my
article.
goodness.
Fuck out of here.
How would I know that? Why would I know that?
I
You
remember.
know
it
what?
was-
That's
I remember it was
no,
like
it's fair, Tim. No, hold on. It's fair. Tim is as white as they come.
Hold on.
Sure.
In Tim's defense, it
Wait,
was like
Freeman's
7
here.
years
You
ago.
know that, right?
It was like 7 years ago. I saw a picture of Childish Gambino. I'm like, why does he look like the guy from Community? So I
See,
that's the
went
other
through the same thing.
That's
Tim's
the
going
other thing.
through.
I didn't watch any shows with Donald Glover or anything, and then when I was younger, I just never saw him.
Damn it. Damn.
Sorry.
Damn it. No,
sorry,
it's
eh?
fine. I'm not mad. I'm not
Hey,
mad.
sorry.
I'm just upset. I figured
just
everybody
upset.
knew by now. I just figured everybody knew by now.
Didn't know till
That's
I saw
all.
that.
Damn,
Didn't know
that's
till
some
I saw
shit.
that in an article.
I think I only would recommend his music to like certain people.
I feel like I heard part of his first album. Like I actually honestly feel like I heard that.
Which one?
I don't remember.
Like
it was
like
back in,
Camp?
like 2010. It wasn't his first album, but back in 2010.
Oh
I
yeah,
remember.
fucking Camp. That was a dope.
Wait,
Actually, all of
maybe
his
I'm
shit
thinking
has
of
been
something
pretty
else.
good.
I'm probably thinking of something else. Don't ignore me. I'm pretty sure I'm thinking of something else.
Maybe.
Anyway,
I don't know.
That's interesting though that you guys are both not. I
No.
don't know.
He's
something
the
about-
only thing that would make me interested in seeing it. Everybody else, even the cast, like for some reason, there's something about Woody Harrelson. I like Woody Harrelson,
Mhm.
but for some reason, something's fucky about this, and I don't like it. Same thing with Amelia Clark. She's bae. I would
You-
try to marry this woman, but for some reason, I'm not feeling her in this one.
You know what I think? I think what probably did it for the trailer for me is the
What?
fact that he's a lot less in it.
Damn,
But
you know
that's-
what? It's
so-
true.
But that's the problem. So the two issues I have with this, and I brought this up in a Star Wars 7 discussion when we were praising Rogue One, is that I watched Star Wars for the characters above anything else. And in Rogue
Mhm.
One, the fact that the characters didn't, persist to any other movie, I didn't like it as much, but that's just a
Oh,
personal
it made
thing.
it better. It
The
made it
problem
better.
is, looking at this trailer, it's got dubbed anime syndrome, where all the side characters look great except for the main character that it's actually about. But then on top of that, like the last trailer they showed up, they're taking lines that were like one-offs from the original trilogy and like, yes, this is now a recurring catchphrase.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that pissed me off. I'm like, stop that. That's not funny. It wasn't a catchphrase when he said it. Stop making it one.
Yeah, I don't know.
But those
Look,
are my
here's-
two key complaints.
Here's the bottom line. I'm probably not going to go see it. Moving is very expensive, and we just saw Avengers twice and Deadpool, and as we talked about before the podcast, I'm fucking going opening weekend to Sicario because I want to give them money to make more of those.
Yes.
Please take my money. So I'm not spending money to go see Solo. So that's what the bottom line is there, and I'm still in your guys' camp, but I feel less
so,
horrified.
right? That's fair. That's fine.
Something about seeing the Falcon in the fog that last time just did something for me, and I was like,
Mm.
Oh, we get to
now
see
I'm
it
kind of feeling it.
perfect
A
shape.
little touch.
You know what? You know what I don't want to see? I think above all, what I don't want to see, I'm not in the mood for a heist movie.
Fuck
like,
no.
like I immediately got flaccid when Woody Harrelson was like, "I'm getting a team together."
We're putting a team together.
Like
no.
the amount, like if I got a fucking $1, no, fuck that, 50
Every
cents,
trailer that opened with that.
dude,
premise.
I would pay off
Putting
my
a team
student
together.
loans.
Mm-hmm.
It's really like like
That's why
there's
I don't give a fuck about Ocean's 8 whatsoever.
I don't give a fuck.
Has
I just
nothing
don't
to
give
do
a
with
shit.
women. I just don't give a fuck about Ocean's 8 because, man, I have zero
Yeah.
interest in a fucking heist movie right now.
And you know what? There's a problem, right? Right now, they need. I understand they want to make like female prominent movies, and I think we touched on this a little bit in the past,
Probably.
especially with Ghostbusters. But it's like you can do that, but just make it fucking good, please.
Like, doing that doesn't automatically guarantee a good movie. You still have to put the rest of the effort in.
You actually probably need to
Yeah.
put more effort in to get over the hump of people not being interested in, like, I don't think it's unreasonable to say that there are some people who just naturally, probably for bad reasons, are not interested in all female movies. So I feel like they have to work harder, and that's why things like Ghostbusters get slammed so hard because they're less good than they need to be, even just to be a good movie. And then because they push this all female thing, it just makes it look worse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it almost feels like super forced,
Mm-hmm.
like awkwardly forced, and it's just
no,
like
it is. That's the
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, like I kind of wish. Wait, I can't remember if Val read Rat Queens or not.
Oh, she loves it.
Yo, Rat Queens. All right, so let me I'll tell you what. So, listeners, Rat Queens is this comic about like this group. It's basically like this group of dungeon delving females, and like they're the most crass like people ever, and it's great. They just go around, they drink, they kill shit, and the way they presented it in the original run was just fantastic. Like, I want more female stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like stuff that doesn't like super make it awkward or like, oh, it's girl power. It's like, no, it's just a group of people. Like just
They
this
happen
group.
to be girls.
Yeah, they happen to be females and they deal with real shit. And it's just great. Like, I don't know what's so difficult about doing that. I don't know. It can be done. It can be done. I just don't want movies being lazy about it. And the worst part is it's gonna stave off from serious movies doing this because the producer will go back and be like, well, listen, we can't just do an all-female cast because polls for female casts are down right now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
Yeah.
like no one wants to see that shit because people are going to be more skeptical because of these forced films, and then it just hurts everything.
Speaking of not forced films, though,
Lego movie?
speaking of gently coasting into a film,
I'll say,
No,
wait, which
there's
one
a-
are we
No,
talking about?
No, the follow. Like I saw
Yeah,
it.
the follow-up
You
to
typed
Solo.
out how are we feeling
Oh,
about the Solo
shit.
movie, and I immediately typed how are we feeling about that Avengers.
Oh,
movie.
shit.
I finally saw
Oh.
it, so we can talk about
Oh,
spoilers.
yeah. We're going to talk.
Okay, so I know
What?
we already had a topic for the week, but do we just want to save the topic for an Avengers spoiler cast? Because it is a very big movie.
Do
Yeah, we
that.
could.
I know we had a topic, but since we've all seen it, do we want to...
You're just
instead of doing
saying that
this
because it was
now-
my idea, Tim, and you want to shit on my ideas.
We can save it for next week. I'm
Just
Can
like-
can we please talk about anime for the topic? Come on.
Just like how you say you want to play my campaign, you really don't want to play my campaign.
What are you talking about?
I'm
podcast
just,
canceled.
I'm just being.
No, but
fucking
actually though,
stupid.
like I'm pretty like no joke. Avengers is one of the biggest movies in history.
Yeah, no,
even if
we
it doesn't
can-
earn the money.
Let's do it. We're
We-
short on topics anyway.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
we'll
the other thing.
save it.
We could always use more topics to save up. Okay, so we'll save that for after the. I mean, we talked about, what was it, last week, where we just talked, or 2 weeks ago even, where we talked about what we thought about the movie.
Yeah, I think I took my
I guess-
headphones off for a little
I
bit.
guess let's take 2 minutes now for the people who don't want to be spoiled, because we're gonna do only spoiler stuff. I think after the break.
Mhm.
Let's just take 2 minutes now and talk about. So Freeman, you saw it. Me and Tyler both had said that we liked
Wait,
the
hold on.
movie
We're doing it as the topic. Why don't we just save it for the topic section?
because then we don't have to have like a spoiler, no spoiler section. We'll just say
Yeah.
what we thought now as no spoilers for as little spoilery.
Oh, okay. We're doing the no spoiler.
Yeah.
It was very good. I rushed to catch up. I was supposed to do back-to-back Thor Ragnarok and then Black Panther. I didn't do them between Fridays, but I didn't realize how much you just watch. What is it? Doctor Strange, Ragnarok, right into Avengers, and it's just this continuous storyline going.
Mm-hmm. It's
Um,
great.
I don't know, I really liked it. My big joke takeaway was about halfway through the movie, I realized I didn't give a shit about anyone who wasn't Iron Man. But
Damn.
Don't let Leslie hear you. say
no,
that.
I like all the characters, but at the end of the movie, I'm sitting there going like, I love Iron Man the best.
That's awesome.
But we'll talk about why later.
No, but that's a cool thing to hear because he is the character that has been around the longest, and everyone just kind of thinks of him as the guy who's just there. He's not the exciting new thing. Like I think it's fair to say part of the charm of like what Bucky was is
But
he's the shiny guy.
Yeah, he's the new guy on campus.
I can't say it too loud or Val will murder me or Leslie. But
Leslie will hear you through the fucking mic.
damn, are you
Somehow.
insulting Bucky? No, but like it's cool that a character can matter 10 years after the first time we saw it on screen. And I totally
Yeah.
agree with you, Freeman, actually. That's a very good point. Also, there's a line that is in the movie that I missed the first time that was awesome to hear the second time. Remind me of that, though, when we get to spoilers. So,
All right, yeah,
we'll
I'll
just
ask
say,
you.
so yeah, if you want our recommendation, I think we all definitely recommend the movie, but you probably have
Yeah.
to watch at least a good chunk of the MCU.
Yeah, I do not recommend jumping and missing stuff. Like I'll put it this way. I skipped some of the was it Phase 1 movies because
Mhm.
I was already pretty well introduced to all the characters, and there were some throwbacks to those movies that I completely missed it because I didn't watch one or two of them. So I highly recommend watching as many as you possibly can before seeing this movie.
You know what I will say that's a little disappointing? Tyler, you can say I'm wrong if you want. I think Black Panther is one of the least important movies to see for Avengers.
No, because I agree with you. Sorry, no, as in I agree. I agree
Yeah, you
with
said that
I
very
don't
forcefully.
disagree.
I wasn't sure.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
sort of disagreeing.
sorry. I don't know. Maybe if you
Considering-
got a taste, if you
Yeah.
got a taste of like watch the first 5 minutes of the movie, get an idea of Wakanda is. All right, you can turn that shit off. I'm
I
sorry.
mean, you
Nah,
can't.
I'm chiming in here on this one. I think
That's fine.
you absolutely need to watch Black Panther because I saw it the day
Really?
before going. So watching it, it was really fresh in mind because I literally saw it within 24 hours of going to see Avengers. And like, if you didn't watch Black Panther, you don't know who most of these characters are. You don't know about its
but what
sister
does it
scientist.
matter?
You don't understand what the significance of M'Baku showing up to fight by his side is. Like, that's a really important thing.
Yeah, but in the grand scheme of Freeman, I think if you had to rank, like I told you guys when we were going to see Avengers with Ed, we did this exact same conversation. I think if you rank the movies in terms of what you need to see to lead up to Avengers to get the most out of the movie, Black Panther's near the bottom.
No, there's only 3 movies you needed to see since the last Avengers.
I'm not saying since the last Avengers. I'm saying in the
Oh,
whole
overall?
thing. But even if you talk about it since the last Avengers, Black Panther in Phase 3?
Black Panther was not as important to the plot, but I feel that you absolutely should have seen Black Panther. Like, I appreciated everything going on in Wakanda way more because I saw Black Panther.
That I totally agree. Almost every movie in the MCU contributes to how you appreciate things in Avengers. But in terms of understanding what's happening and yes, you understand character interactions, but if you don't, there's so little that ties you directly to Wakanda. Like, it could be, let me put it this way. Wakanda could practically have been any high-tech ally of the Avengers. It could have practically been the Avengers base with an army of random people.
The problem is none of us are coming from the perspective of someone who didn't see it. Like, we just accept that some things are going on, but I'm like, from someone who hasn't seen Black Panther, they have no clue what's going on with Wakanda. It's just kind of
Ed didn't
happening.
see Black Panther.
And
Ed
he was
didn't have
perfectly
time to
fine
see
with everything that happened in Wakanda?
Yeah. What happens in Wakanda that ties directly to Black Panther?
Like, why are they so high-tech, and what's the deal with the holographic tree line?
They could have easily, even gone... Maybe they have a space ally or something. Like, maybe they went to... Like, maybe the Guardians had been used to take them into space and find someone who could do the surgery instead. I know we're kind of getting into spoilers. We need to stop that, but...
No, whatever. That's Black Panther. That's not Avengers.
But
anyway.
Seriously, though, that's my thing. It's funny to hear you agree with me, Tyler, but Freeman disagree.
Yeah, no, I didn't. Yeah, that was just my thing. Like, I thought about it, and I'm just like, don't get me wrong, I really enjoyed Black Panther a lot more than I thought I would.
Absolutely.
But if I were to do just a pure watch that leads up to Infinity War, I probably wouldn't watch it.
Yeah, if you had a list from most to least in things to get in in Avengers, it's near the bottom of actual. You need to get this to understand. Like, if you don't watch Civil War, you have no idea what's going on with Captain America whatsoever.
Yeah,
like, that's way more important to get the actual story points of what's happening in Avengers, and why the fuck is Captain America doing the blah 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 blah? Like that you have no clue if you don't see Civil War.
Yeah.
That's just anyway, we'll cover this much more in depth after the break. But we have another note, one more movie we want to talk about here.
Speaking of highly anticipated sequels.
Actually, though.
Lego Movie 2 got announced today.
Oh god.
Hell yeah.
I'm excited for this. The first Lego movie was really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
As far as I know, who are the main 3? Was it Chris Pratt?
Don't remember the rest.
What's her face love interest and Batman are returning.
Great.
To this movie. I think that's all they've announced so far. But
perfect.
Look, that cast was golden. If they can keep up the good work that they've been doing so far with the Lego movies. Then...
Honestly, I've been feeling I tweeted about it the other day. I felt bummed going into Deadpool for some reason. Actually, no, I put it on Facebook. For some reason, going into Deadpool, I was worried, even though I heard really good reviews, and I think it's just because it's a sequel, and I feel like I've been let down by sequels lately for some reason. Deadpool 2 makes me more excited for Lego Movie 2. It feels like it's been so long since we had a first sequel, you know what I mean? Like, we live in this age of the MCU going on forever.
Just like series that are going on forever, but it's not like a standalone movie is now getting a sequel.
It feels like it's been a long time since I've cared about a number 2 thing. I don't know.
No.
I'm excited for it. I loved Lego Movie 1. That and Wreck-It Ralph are 2 of my favorite animated movies ever.
I still need to watch Ralph.
Oh, it's so good.
I didn't like it.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Aw. I love that movie.
Everybody's upset that I don't like it.
I am upset that you don't like
it. I
it.
don't have strong feelings either way.
Yeah, I don't know. I just wasn't... It's not into it.
That's fair. It's not fair. I mean, we talked about... Everyone has their own opinion, and that's fair.
No, fucking... There's a right opinion and a wrong opinion.
Reddit tells
always.
me that my opinion is the right opinion.
My opinion is orange, and your opinion is purplish blue. So there you go.
Speaking of
Reddit humor.
opinions, lots of people probably have opinions about this game footage.
So I haven't seen too much of it because it's trickling out in advance of E3. But Kingdom Hearts 3 gameplay footage is gradually being released to all parts of the internet. It's a lot of worlds we've already seen announced, like Toy Story. All I'm going to say is that this game looks fantastic. I cannot wait to get a hold of this game. There's not much else to say because Square Enix is keeping it nice and under wraps for this big reveal that's going to be like 45 minutes long at E3.
And it's going to make it look like shit.
Yeah, they're really going to undersell the shit out of this game at E3, given how long it's been in development. They're going to announce a December release date, and then it's going to get pushed back to February because that's their MO. So, now that that's out of the way.
Damn.
All right, so there's not a lot to it. It looks like a Kingdom Hearts game. Like, I don't know what to say
Except
about
a good
it.
one. There's been ups and downs.
The thing is, and I'm not going to lie here, it looks a lot like Dream Drop Distance, which isn't a
Is that good or
bad
bad?
thing. Dream Drop Distance had this cool movement system, but the problem is it was on 3DS and was really trying to take advantage of, being a 3D console. So they're like really relying on the visual effects, which was cool, but I didn't feel like it tied into gameplay enough. I have other problems with Dream Drop Distance that if you really want to listen to, you can go back and listen to episode 1 where I bitch about it in the middle of our 13 discussion. But if they can do the motion system right on this, it'll be pretty cool because they had little bits of it in Kingdom Hearts 2 with your forms where like you would kind of move slightly differently than before, and it was nice. As long as they don't overdo it, it'll be pretty cool. But speaking of shit that is not cool at all, do either of you guys use Reddit on desktop?
I just
Nah.
opened it earlier to try to find the Chinese stuff, but I still use the Reddit app.
So, since most people are on mobile, Reddit decided that fuck our desktop experience. Let's redesign Reddit with a focus on people who are on tablets. So they start what they call the Reddit redesign. And it used to be you could opt in to try out their new beta features. And then last week they're like, fuck it, we're just going to roll over half the community into it. So I was part of the lucky 50% that got rolled in. And man, oh man, do I already hate it. It looks like shit. It uses the same pop-up system that Facebook uses if you click on anything.
No.
It's very social media-esque, and I guess I got put in during a bad week because apparently there was an error in the redesign where the ad frequency is way too high. Every fifth post is not a real, user-generated post. It's an ad disguised like a Reddit page with air quotes comments. To the point where it's like, this is just a giant advertising thing where Reddit's like, oh, we need money now. Just fuck the site design. Let's make it like Dig, that site that died when we redesigned it, and do literally the same thing they did, and it'll all work out. So they're doing this. They've been deleting criticism left and right from their website, but there's currently a video that's on the front page called Why the Reddit Redesign is Crap, and it's gotten so much traction that I don't think they can delete it now without getting called out. So there's a lot of heated discussions. Let me see if I can link this. I think it's on videos. Hold on. I think I said
Tyler, I appreciate that you saw the thing I sent to the group chat.
Yeah.
Just, I'm pretty sure that was on Reddit. So for those at home, I saw on Reddit the most insanely gorgeous gaming table I've ever seen in my life, and I sent the link to our group chat. And Tyler just asked that my dad make it someday, so because my dad's a big woodworker. That's
I would
beautiful.
commission your dad to make this, Tim. I'm not gonna lie.
I would do this as well. Oh, it has wheels too, so you could roll it around. What the fuck? I know that sounds like a lot.
All right, I posted in our
Story Miner,
Discord. But if you go on Reddit and you search for the phrase "the new Reddit design is terrible," there's on our videos with it's 29.5k upvotes at the moment. So a lot of people agree with it.
Damn. New Reddit design is shit.
Yo, it's actually crap. But I'm very upset about that.
LEDs on the bottom of the table, so it looks like it has neon glow, like a car. What the fuck? Anyway, so
we gotta talk about the Reddit. What the fuck, Timothy?
Dude, I got this link on Reddit.
Serious shit. The internet's dying, and everyone else is upvoting it.
That's good.
Yeah.
Fuck Reddit.
That's pretty much it for the
will
Reddit.
Probably be better without Reddit. I've been spending more and more time on Reddit, and it's really fucking depressing.
So the problem is Reddit, as it's meant to be used, is how they're working on this. The problem is I use Reddit as an episode discussion forums with the anime community. Because of this new
Here it
update, it
is.
completely changed all of the like shortcuts and things they've added to the anime subreddit, so you can tell like if they post as news, if it's fan art, if it's a discussion. So I go on that page and I can't tell what anything is. Everything looks the same. It's very biased towards image content as opposed to text posts, which is annoying. But that's my mini rant for
Because
today.
Imgur. But speaking of your anime shit,
Oh, speaking of my anime shit, it's already time for the weeb shit. I guess I'll
Let's
knock
get
out the
to it.
news. Knock out the news real fast, and we'll talk about the only shows that matter this season.
yeah, buddy.
So we are now on week 7 out of 12 of the current anime season, which means no one gives a shit about shit that's airing anymore, and all anyone cares about is stuff that's coming out in 5 weeks. So as a result, all news media outlets are starting to do their little trickle out of news. And for this week, since they've already blown their load and talked about the premise of all these stupid shows coming out, like that's not how you summon a demon. Translation, it's a show about summoning demons. But the point is, now they've released all the stupid names and plot synopses. It's time to do the character art. So they started releasing collections of characters in different shows. Long story short, it's just boob characters everywhere this week. I don't know why this is happening. So that's what's happening in the world of anime in terms of new shows. All of the dumb fan servicey shit, which I believe Tim referred to as Friedman anime last week,
Hell yeah.
is starting to get
Wow.
promoted this week.
Wow.
But in terms of not promoting anime boob girls, Steam has put their foot down. So I'm sure both of you guys have heard of Honey Pop games, correct?
Of course, I've heard of
Isn't it-
Honey
isn't it
Pop.
more, I thought it was Huny Pop or something.
Whatever.
No, it's Honey. Nah, it's
Okay,
Honey
I
Pop
don't
to
know.
me. All right.
It's spelled
The
like
spelling is
Honey
weird.
Pop, but
Yes.
it's
Wait.
Honey Pop.
Boom.
Isn't it
Don't tell me.
Hunie?
Hunie.
Who cares?
I care.
Freeman,
Don't
keep
tell.
going.
Wait,
Don't let
no,
him stop. Nope, keep
no,
going.
they're banning them.
So, because
What?
of Steam's stance on selling air quotes mature content, because the big issue with Steam carrying mature content is that PayPal refuses to be used by services that distribute adult content. So for some reason, enough people are complaining and sending in reports to Steam about these games that Steam started removing a couple of them. Then they got to the point they started removing every game in the visual novel category, only to follow up and then start undeleting them, saying, "Oh, this was a mistake." But for a good chunk of the weekend, everyone's like, "That's it. Steam hates anime. They hate everything Japanesey looking. They're trying to destroy our way of life."
Hell yeah.
And the visual novel community was getting very upset that they got lumped in with these stupid fucking boob puzzle games. But Steam has claimed it was a mistake. I don't know if it's just too much, outlash against this. We'll find out in the coming weeks about what gets deleted.
No, they started a war here. Man, how are they just gonna get rid of
Steam
that
versus
game?
Weebs.
Though?
You can't do that. You just can't do stuff like that.
Well, what's gonna happen though, right? It's like these people that bought the game, are they not gonna be able to play the game anymore? Like, are they gonna get
I'm assuming
refunded?
I'm assuming if it's been added to your account, you can still download it, but it's no longer for sale.
Right.
That's usually how they do it.
Yeah,
Damn, that's fucked up.
it is kind of fucked up.
I mean, I don't play that game, actually. I did watch my friend play it, though.
I watched someone do a live review of it at Anime Next last year, and it was really awkward. But
Nah, it's
besides the
funny.
point.
My friend, she's really good at it. It is a she.
Oh, no.
Yeah, she's like, I don't know, I like this game.
Oh, no.
Because she was like,
Oh, no.
I miss playing Pokemon Puzzle League,
Oh man.
Oh,
and
no.
I like girls with big anime titties,
Oh
so
my
I play
God.
this game.
I see she's a person of culture as well.
Oh, not
she
this
is
one
a
again.
she is a person of culture. She is.
Anyway, moving
Alright,
on
anyway.
to people of culture. If you guys would
Hell
click the
yeah.
link I've so kindly
Oh my
provided you with.
god, you actually want us to click on this
Every
shit?
I'm
season,
clicking it.
Every season, Crunchyroll puts out this infographic showing what show is being watched the most in each state of the United States. And
This looks fucking hilarious.
because of last summer, they realized they absolutely cannot do sequels because the map was split down the middle. It was half the country was watching Hero Academia Season 2 and half the country was watching Attack on Titan Season 2. So this
Dude,
year, they're
what
like,
the
all right,
fuck?
they're like, get rid of sequels to see what people are really watching. So they went state by state and said, what's the show that's being watched the most?
What the
And
fuck is Megaloblocks?
it's about boxing. It's a show I talked about last week, the one that looks like it's Cowboy Bebop and has the old style
Oh.
animation.
Oh
Dude,
yeah.
that's
an action show.
everywhere.
I want to start watching this because it looks real fucking good. So
And
most
the
of the
other one
country,
is Sword Art.
most of the country's watching Megaloblocks. The other half's watching
Wow.
Sword Art. Both are good anime. But the most important thing that happened, most important thing, was that
Caligula.
the show Comic Girls, which is this cutesy show about girls drawing manga, the kind of show that me and Luigi are probably going to start watching in a week or two.
Hell yeah, you are.
It was nowhere to be seen on the map except for one state. Missouri is watching Comic Girls more than any other non-sequel.
Huh.
So to commemorate this, the Japanese staff who saw the article drew their own special image congratulating Missouri for watching Comic Girls.
Oh no, I'm scared.
Yes.
Where
Well,
is
no,
this?
hold on.
Where is
It's
it?
not in the
Yeah, I
article.
want
It's
to see
Oh, no,
it.
no, no.
the
That was
article.
this is the original. Let me see if I can pull up the one.
That's the best.
It
thing.
wasn't anything bad. 'Cause this is a very cutesy anime, but I'll just
Oh my god,
dump it in the Discord.
that's fucking crazy.
But the staff drew that picture for them.
Jesus Christ. Whatever, man. Whatever.
Anyway,
Well,
so
clearly
Go
these
ahead.
infographics are going to lead to we have state birds, state plants. We're gonna have
State
state
waifus.
anime news.
hold on. We need to talk about one thing now. There's
Oh
one.
no, Freeman likes the idea.
No. There's one state on here that I need to call the fuck out, and I'm trying to make sure I'm calling out the correct state before I say anything here.
Learn
Oh, okay.
geography, Jesus.
Let me make sure that Colorado looks like I think it does.
It has the boxing show.
All right, which one is
North
above
of Colorado?
Colorado then?
It's northeast of Utah. I don't.
Oh wait, hold on.
I should
I
know
need
this.
to-
My parents would be upset
Hold on. I can't.
because they what's the show they fucking watch?
So the show, whatever state is above Colorado. Thanks, school, for teaching us
Oh my
geography.
God.
They're watching a show called Musume Pretty Derby, and the plot is: imagine the Kentucky Derby,
Wyoming.
but all of the horses
Yeah.
are anime girls. And that's the show that Wyoming is watching more than any other show.
I mean, one state's watching Persona.
That's right. North Dakota
North
is
Dakota's
filled
watching
with
fucking
men of
Persona.
culture who are watching Persona 5.
Who's
More than any
watching
other show.
Caligula.
A couple people.
Is it
Uh,
like Is that like Connecticut is watching fucking Caligula?
Also Kansas is.
Huh.
Oh, you're right. That is Caligula. Yeah. What's
Point
the
is
one?
it's-
What's South Dakota watching?
South Dakota is watching. I think it's Legend of the Galactic Heroes. So
It's not even on the
I
fucking
know that-
thing.
I know because it only shows up just there. Because
Yeah, but so does your other show.
whatever. This is a
The
bad
Equality-
infographic. What do you want from me? I didn't make this. I'm just
Wait,
here to
isn't
laugh.
Legend of
I'm
Galactic
here to
Heroes
laugh
super old?
at Wyoming and Missouri. So Legend of the Galactic Heroes is an old ass, like 160 episode
So-
show, but they're remaking it this season in like a short
right
12
now?
episode burst. So they're redoing from the beginning. The problem is a lot of people say you should not watch this new one without seeing the original because they cut a lot of content. So a lot of people dropped it after episode 1 saying, I'll get to this when I watch the original series.
Wait, but isn't it a sequel?
No, it's a remake.
Or is it a remake so they would count it for this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder how much the fucking map would be My Hero if they didn't care about sequels.
It's the whole thing. It's the whole fucking thing is watching Heroes.
Is
That's
it?
what
Wait,
is.
really?
I guarantee it. There's a reason they're not.
Oh!
There's a reason they're not letting sequels on this year.
Wait. I have anime news before this. Before we move on to the shows.
All right, go ahead.
You have anime news?
So I don't have a source. I saw it pop up on my Google for me the other day, but the Godzilla anime movie, the second one is coming out soon. They announced the title of the third one,
Oh, what's it
and
called?
more importantly, I don't remember what it's fucking called. More importantly, the poster implies that King Ghidorah is going to be in the movie, which
Wait, the
is
animated
the
one
most.
that Netflix has?
Remember the Godzilla anime movie
Yeah,
that
like
came out
the
on
partially
Netflix?
CG one. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, the third movie in that series. The second one's coming out in Japan soon. The third one looks like they showed something off for it, and it looks like it's going to have King Ghidorah in it, which is the coolest.
Oh,
Because
man.
King Ghidorah is like one of, if not the sickest villain to ever exist in all of Godzilla. So to have him show up in that show is going to be awesome.
Just because when you brought up Godzilla, they canceled plans to do Shin Godzilla 2 because they'd rather focus on establishing the kaiju cinematic universe.
Of course they would.
This is a real thing.
God.
That's right.
Look, all I care about is the new movie from Legendary coming. I need that movie so bad. That movie's going to be so awesome. I'm so excited. It's apparently going to have like Mothra, King Ghidorah, all the cool monsters in it, as these Monarch guys from the first movie follow them down and they all fight. Oh, it's going to be amazing. I'm actually crazy excited for that. But anyway, if we can talk about the shows of the week.
So let's talk about the shows of the week. Should I talk about the big ones first, or should I talk about the shitty one first?
You can get your one show out of the way.
So I watched Darling in Franxx like 20 minutes before we started recording again. Just hoping we would get there. But they're still doing this. They're still adding on more mystery. We now have 6 episodes remaining. They have 6 episodes to explain everything. They can't do this. They seriously can't do this. I'm comparing the show to their last big hit, Kill la Kill, where by this point in the plot, they've already spilled the beans. You know who the villain is. You know why the villain's doing their shit. And you've seen the main characters get like knocked on the floor. Your next 6 episodes are how do they win? We're still at the stage where we don't even know who the villain is, really. And there's 6 episodes left. Not gonna lie, this episode was great, but I'm losing long-term hope for this show. And I want this show to be good because I want to rub it in Tyler's face that he dropped it early. But now it sounds like he made the right choice, and I'm getting mad at it.
No.
Well, you know what, Freeman? You know, sometimes people
You
are
win
wrong,
some, you
and
lose
that's
some.
okay. Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of you know what is a right choice that you both made, though?
What was that?
Watching My Hero, because man, oh man. This was such a hype weekend for my
Alright.
2 shows.
I'll tell you what, I didn't
watch.
catch up.
Of course you didn't.
I've
Why
been
would you?
busy. I've been busy.
You've been busy. I fucking moved all weekend.
You're right. I
Me
don't
and Val
have
still-
an excuse.
Literally on Saturday, Friday night, I brought the TV, it got the internet set up on Friday, and brought the TV and the Chromecast over here so that we could fucking watch My Hero on Saturday on the
my
big
God.
TV because it was that important.
Oh my god.
Man.
You guys left me with
finally
the weirdest
finished the Ark in the Woods.
expectations. You left me with the weirdest expectations that episode when you messaged out, they might as well cancel this show. And I'm like, damn,
That's
this might have been a fucking
That's
terrible episode. I'm like, what could have possibly happened? I watched, I'm
No,
like,
it's too much of a roller
I'm like,
coaster.
what are they smoking? This is a great episode.
It sure is great. It's such Freeman. Come on.
But like,
Don't
I
come.
went in expecting
Don't.
the worst episode of a show I've ever seen. I'm like, there's no way it's
Freeman.
that bad.
Why would we ever say it was Freeman? I've been around Val too much. She makes me get too emotional about this shit.
I misread
That
your
was
tone. You said
such-
they might as well cancel this because fuck this show. And I'm like, wow.
Yeah, because I can't
sounds
handle
strong.
the roller coaster of, oh my god, that was so nuts. It was crazy.
That's
how you know
in
it's a
some
good
mixed
show.
emotions.
Well, too bad. Now it's not mixed. Now
Too bad.
This is too much. I can't handle this. Freeman, they're so upset and they're so divided, even though they've had the same experiences.
I know.
Ida can't get over this shit.
So someone made a joke. I think it was the first comment on the reaction thread was, you got the entire class splitting up. We're about to have Boku no Civil War.
I'm
Well,
gonna tell that to Val during the break, and you guys will probably be able to hear the scream from downstairs. Oh my god, I have to remember that line.
Boku no Civil War.
Freeman, you can't say that though. It's so true. Oh my god,
Sort
I'm
of.
so excited to keep. We're finally out of the goddamn woods. At least we can see everybody doing stuff. It's not pitch black all the time.
For the record, except for the recap, this is All Might's first appearance this season.
Yep. It's pretty. This is the first appearance of the school outside of the intro.
Yes, that was. It was really weird. Just because we're on topic here, I was watching Boruto during lunch today, and there was a filler character who, like, he fills the same role as All Might, of just being this strong, muscular dude who defends some village. And I'm like, is that All Might's voice? Of course it was. So that was my second time hearing All Might in the
That-
last, like, season was as a Boruto filler character.
Side note for anime, Deadpool 2 is getting an extended cut. That's news that was just announced.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's
nice.
right.
Sorry. We can
No,
stay
you're
on real
good.
anime, but that's basically anime, so.
But yeah, Hero's really, really good right now.
But you know what was even more hype than Hero this week?
Oh man, it was Food Wars. Holy
Dude.
shit! Holy shit!
I
It was
was
Food
rolling
Wars.
around practically screaming. Me and Val couldn't handle what was happening.
Oh,
this was
Jesus.
the most Tyler. Oh my god. You don't even understand. Freeman, when they're
Well,
on
actually,
the
hold on,
roof-
real quick. Before we talk about this week's episode, hadn't seen last week's in time for the
You're
podcast.
right.
So
You're
I
right.
was very caught off guard when you said people were using name techniques. I'm like, what's he talking about? The food guys don't have real names. And then I saw last week's episode.
The gift.
Oh my fucking god. Dojima talking about the random bullshit foodgasm. Like the real problem is I've seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and Dojima's voice actor is famous doing the villain, who also just explains abilities all the time. So I'm sitting here like, what is this fucking JoJo? They're explaining he's activated his food stand.
I mean,
Yeah.
it does.
The
It
gift.
does. Don't
Oh,
they
the
call?
girl.
Don't they call back to like some other animes? Like
They
I know
do.
they made
There's-
that North Star reference.
They're gonna make a huge JoJo reference in season 2.
Oh shit!
No, Tyler, in you I forget, are you watching Food War? No, you didn't.
Yeah, I'm not caught up.
He's on a break.
Oh, okay, never mind. Did you get to the Oh,
They're about to
end
do
of-
side
the
note?
1v1s after the Curry part of the tournament.
Freeman, side note, Ed and Alvin are both now watching Food Wars because
Yo,
we
what?
showed it to Ed while we were in
What
DC.
did I fucking tell you? This is a great show that everyone needs to watch. If it wasn't for the food gasm in episode 1, everyone would be watching this.
Literally, the first comment I got from Alvin was, "I like Food Wars, but the first episode was a little weird."
Jesus.
Everyone I've ever shown it to has said the exact same thing, and I always just say, "You just got to keep watching. It's worth it."
It's so, oh my god, but this fucking week, oh my god, the conclusion of what we saw at the end of last week, the roof, and then the start of what we're going to be dealing with next episode, it was so... This is like what the whole show has been leading up to.
The thing
Literally
is, apparently, this arc goes on forever. Like, the manga is wrapping up the arc that we just started now. So,
What arc? The team or this train?
the team,
Okay, that's...
the
Who cares?
squad.
Who cares?
What do you mean, who cares? This means it's a long-ass arc, and I'm
Freeman.
concerned... No. I'm not upset. I'm just concerned they're not going to conclude the arc in the current season. And there's a risk. There's an actual real risk we don't get renewed, and we're stuck on some stupid cliffhanger.
That
Then
would
whatever.
suck.
I'm just enjoying the ride for right now, man. This literally the way that we're ending this last episode where they're like, okay, you want to go? Let's fucking learn how to do this team battle right now with these two heads.
The fucking legends.
Oh my god. Literally the most
legends.
legendary chefs making a team battle. Oh my god.
Already great.
It's so great.
I'm just getting more and more upset that they're really making Megumi not the main love interest, and it breaks my heart. And that's just something I'm going to have to accept.
Alvin's favorite character is also Megumi.
I see he's a man of culture as well.
He's a man of good taste.
No joke. He's like, I like Megumi a lot. And I was like, yep,
He gets it.
sounds right. He also said his girlfriend was weirded out by episode 1 when he tried to do it. And I'm like, hell yeah. makes
Understandable.
sense. Oh my god, it was so... But yeah, Food Wars was... I'm so excited. It's like the start of the week isn't the worst thing ever anymore because Food Wars is so hype right now.
So I love watching shit on Monday. It makes me excited for the start of the work week.
Freeman, the way Nakiri reacts when the guy steps out on the roof and you just see the giant swirling eyeball as he turns, he's like, I accept. Tyler, you don't oh my god.
You don't even know,
I don't. You're absolutely correct.
and it's time to
That's
learn.
why I'm not contributing to the conversation as much.
It's
We are aware.
Ed is also watching My Hero, but he's not going to be caught up by Saturday when he's here. So it's
Okay.
like, well, sorry, Ed, you have to go in another room or leave because we're going to watch this right now.
We'll just have to make sure Luigi's caught up for the weekend we go up.
Yes, you guys have to both be on top of My Hero for that.
Don't worry, I'll be fine. So this
Because-
week, my buddy I usually watch with, he's in Denver for our other friends' like bachelor party weekend. So he's not gonna be around till later in the week. So I just told him, yeah, sorry, bro, I'm watching without you. So he understands. So I'll be caught up.
Just they're both so good right now. Like My Hero's nice and low key, and Food Wars is way up here. But just as Food Wars either tapers off or goes away for because aren't they doing a half season?
It's only 12 episodes
Versus-
for Food Wars.
So by the time Food Wars tapers off, My Hero should be picking up steam right into the end of the season.
Unfortunately, you
So-
don't get to experience it, but the week that Food Wars goes away, Attack on Titan returns. So for those of us who are fully invested,
Mhm.
it's like
That's fair.
the hype handoff is keeping everything consistent for this summer.
Anyway.
And
Isn't that the
that's-
first intro?
that's it for the
Yes.
weeb shit, yeah.
So for the
Alright,
Weeb
well-
shit.
We're gonna take a break because I gotta step out of this room, even though it's
Yeah,
not
we went on for a while
hot,
here.
But yeah, I gotta go turn a light on because it's getting mad dark here quickly.
It's getting
when
mad.
we come
dark.
back-
Getting dank here.
When we come back, we are going to do Avengers spoilers. So if you don't want to hear those, you should end the podcast here or watch on YouTube and use the time codes at the bottom to skip to the weeks at the end. But other than that, yeah, our topic is going to be let's talk Avengers spoilers. But we'll be back in a sec. And we're back, ready to talk the spoileriest of Avengers.
Yeah.
So where do we want to start with this one?
Well, I wanted to get the line that I caught the second time off my chest before I forgot it. When Cap comes back to the Avengers facility and he says to Ross, Earth just lost its greatest defender. I turned to Val and I was like, holy shit, that didn't register with me the first time. He just said straight up that he thinks Tony is the best defender Earth has.
Oh, damn.
That's sick.
I didn't think
that
about
totally
that.
went over my head. That's fucking awesome. Like, talk about bros till the end, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I just know that was one thing that just struck me super hard because you don't see them together at all in this movie. Together in this movie at all, obviously, and it's just super cool to have Tony be like, "Yeah, Cap's kind of the best," or other way around, huh? Cap kind of be like, "Yo, I know Tony's a good guy. We got into a fight, and I'm not on the Avengers anymore, but he's fucking badass."
In Cap's defense of why he did that, keep in mind literally everything that went down with Bucky the last couple movies.
Oh no, I know. I'm not saying I don't.
No, I'm saying
understand.
I'm saying it adds on to this that he understands like you can fight with someone and still respect them
Hell yeah.
100%.
It'll be sick in Avengers 2 when they have to meet up. They have to.
Oh yeah, they're
Tony
going
and
to
Nebula are coming
Get
back to
the
Earth.
let's say get the band back
get the
together.
band back together
Welcome to Earth.
just in time for the breakup tour.
Yeah, no. The other scene that really stuck with me, that as like the most badass thing, when the Battle of Wakanda's going and what is it? They open the slit and they start charging forward and Black Panther's in front, and then it just cuts and you just see Steve running through everybody and he's just fucking hauling ass and he catches up to Black Panther.
Yeah, I don't know
You
what
guys
they
know what I'm
did,
talking about?
but
Yeah.
they did a really good job of just making him look fast without looking like stupid while doing it.
Yeah,
They
he
did
didn't look like
speed
he had
really well.
superpowers, but it was so because I feel like it's become such a given thing that Steve Rogers is strong and fast.
But they need to
Yeah, like-
remind you.
Yeah, but it's like, nah. But look, he's fucking doing it. He's catching up to Black Panther. He runs through everybody and joins Black Panther right at the front of the action, baby. That was one of the most like subtle kind of, not obviously it's not insanely subtle, but just subtle little things that made me enjoy the movie so much more, to just see him hauling ass. And it's like, nah, Steve Rogers still got it.
Yeah, of course he's
Yeah.
gonna have
Yeah.
it. He's gonna keep having it for a long time because of that regenerative healing factor.
The other badass moment for him is when he catches Thanos' gauntlet and he's just holding it
Yeah.
away
thought-
from him.
I thought that was still dumb.
What?
Why?
That he was able to hold it?
Yeah, I don't like that.
Well, because at that point, that had nothing to do with the stones. That was literally just a raw physical strength. Like, can I close my fist while this dude holds my fingers?
Like straight up. I don't know, dude. It's all right. I'm not too mad about it, but I
Tyler,
was
let me
just
put it
like,
this way.
what, man?
They gotta give Steve stuff now.
The fucking
Because
Power
he-
Stone is OP. All those stones are OP. What am I
Every
saying?
single one's OP.
Well, yeah.
But the
Except,
Power
I
Stone.
think-
except for Vision
so-
Stone, because he didn't do anything with it for the whole
Yeah,
No.
not at all. Also, actually, Val mentioned there's a fan theory that Vision isn't actually dead. That he might survive because of the shit Bruce talked about.
With
But
what? That he
I
was.
don't.
What? That he's just
That he's a
multiple
combination
components?
of other people, not just the Mind Stone. But
Yeah.
who cares? He doesn't have superpowers. The Mind Stone gave him all the powers.
Yeah, but
Am I
Scarlet
wrong?
Witch needs the personality of her lover to persist. It was never about the power.
Yeah.
She
It
dusted.
was about the power of romance.
Even though Vision is busted, he's basically Superman.
He also does nothing in this movie.
Yeah, he-
Just like Civil
Jesus.
War, he did fucking nothing.
Well, the thing with Civil War is he had to do nothing because he's too OP. They had to tone him back. With this movie, I don't know how
I
they
can't
got away with it.
phase, so apparently that means I can't do anything at all. Translate to I'm useless.
I literally can't do
Yeah.
anything at all.
I don't know, that frustrated me how little he actually did. But man, that bit, I gotta say, one of the highlights of the entire MCU at this point is the fight on Titan.
It was real good.
Dude, so here's the thing that made this movie extra special for me. I did not see that second trailer where Thanos reaches up to the moon.
Oh, I didn't see that trailer either.
So Val told me after that was in a trailer. So when he did that shit, my jaw actually dropped. I was like, what the fuck? That was the coolest thing.
But
When he just reaches up and clenches super hard, and you just see a ripple of power, and then another one, and then it's just flying the moon, and then Tony's like, if you throw a moon at me again.
hold on, just because you brought this up, do you mind if I talk about Naruto spoilers real quick? Because this ties into this scene
I don't
aggressively.
care.
So
What?
halfway through the show, they introduce a villain who's no one would shut up about him about how he's dead, and it turns out he's not. So this guy shows up, he's beating up literally an army, and they're like, it doesn't matter, we'll eventually beat him. And he's like, all right, fine, I'll show you guys something you can't beat. So he looks up and he just causes a meteor to fall on the earth. So my first thought is, it's just like Naruto. But what happens in Naruto is after they stop the meteor, they're like, good, we've defeated him. He's like, oh, all right, well, I guess I'll just send a second meteor at Earth. And that was like the biggest like fuck you moment of Naruto. And the second he's like, you better not send another moon at me, I'm sitting here going like, please, for the love of God, go full Naruto and throw a second moon at him.
I'm gonna lose it. No, watching everyone go full out in that fight, so satisfying.
What were your thoughts?
Like when you see Tony, go ahead.
What were your thoughts on the Iron Man suit in this movie?
Dude, nanomachines, son.
Oh my God. It
Yeah,
feels
they-
like he's like a transformer now. It's
In the comics, they were like 100 times more busted. Like there was one point where like he was the most powerful being in the fucking galaxy because of that nanite suit.
Dude,
Dang.
it's cool. Nanomachines are fucking awesome. I still don't understand how it knows what he wants, but it's cool.
yeah, like he's just spawning random ass cannons out of part of his body. It was cool, but it felt non Iron Man. Like it felt like he was wearing a transforming suit rather than like the iron suit.
Yeah, that's the point.
I guess.
That's fair, but what do you do more with just an Iron Man suit?
You just shoot your blasters.
Like that's the thing. Like
You gotta keep
you
evolving.
could argue that yeah, you have to, especially again, like if it turns out that Tony and Steve are both Dunzo after this next movie, they have to show off how cool they are one more time. They have to give them the big shit, and it really pays off when you see him go all out against Thanos one-on-one, and he's actually kind of doing it. That feels real. Like you were talking about how Iron Man is like the coolest character, one of the best things in the movie, Friedman. Like,
yeah.
when you see him going at it, when he does like when he swings his fist and it makes the giant hammer and just smashes Thanos, and he's just fucking wailing on him, and he pulls out the dagger, and Thanos rips and stabs him, and it's like, oh, dude, that was savage as fuck.
Hell yeah.
It's like, wow, you could actually see Tony being the mega badass. It was one of the best things about this movie is almost everyone had a moment of look at how cool this person is, and it's so amazing that they did that in a movie with so many people.
So I brought that up to my buddy right after we finished watching it, and I don't know how they did it, but every time someone was like the center of focus on screen or they were having their scene, they did a really good job of kind of just changing the tone of the scene to feel like it was out of their movie. And I don't know what it was that did it, but it felt very natural. You would jump from one character to the next. Suddenly, Guardians are on screen, and it feels like I'm watching a Guardians movie. Then they jump to Thor, and it's like, oh, I'm in a Thor movie for this scene. And
when they do the Guardians transition, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to interrupt, but it's the biggest example of what you're saying. When they go from everybody hanging out to on Earth to space with the Guardians, and the music kicks in, you fucking know you're in a Guardians bit.
Yeah, it was.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you're saying. Like, you're talking about the first scene where they're answering the distress call and it's playing like.
Yeah.
I forget what 80s song it is, but
I don't remember.
You knew immediately what you were going to.
Yeah, it's like, okay, time for the Guardians, baby. We got it.
Yeah, no, that was the best part. I didn't feel like anyone was out of place in this movie, which I was concerned about going in.
Oh, for sure. No one's ever done a movie, I think, where you could have.
There's never been a more ambitious crossover.
Oh God.
But actually, though, instead of the meme, it's actually, though.
Yeah. Well, speaking of the memes, real quick,
yeah.
I'm very upset that the meme ruined this movie for me. Because it started off great, where no one was giving out full details other than that someone gets vaporized in this movie with the phrase, I don't feel so good. And then someone started throwing out memes with the phrase, Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good. And I'm like, thanks, fuck you. There's two characters. There's two characters in this whole world to call him Mr. Stark.
Who would ever call
it's
him Mr.
Vision,
Stark?
who we already knew was dying, and it's Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, thanks a lot. So I was
You're
very
not
upset
wrong.
knowing that.
I gotta say, though, that scene actually fucking hits hard, man.
Yeah, no.
Like, I'm pretty sure I teared up even a little bit at that, and I know for a fact Val did. That's a heavy-duty scene.
I was concerned at the start of the sequence when people started disappearing, and there was like very little time for anyone to react. But once you saw Tony and Spider-Man on screen, like that's when it hit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was that hurt me. That actually hurt me.
I saw a line from the Russo brothers. Apparently, other than the beginning and ending of that scene, he ad-libbed most of that, including the I'm afraid I don't want to go.
Dang.
And it's like, that's fucking awesome.
Dude, the kid's a good actor.
It's so amazing. Like, he came out of nowhere and just killed it as Spider-Man before, and now that is possibly the most emotional scene in the whole movie. And it just hits you out of nowhere.
Yeah,
like, everyone's dying and you're already sad, and then bam, I'm
than the
scared,
Uncle
I don't
Ben.
want to go. Oh yeah.
Better than Uncle Ben. With great power comes great responsibility.
Like, I'm afraid. I don't want to go. And it's like, oh my God. And then you see on Tony's face how awful he feels, like he failed everyone.
Yeah. But you guys caught the very obvious thing that Doctor Strange said, right?
It was the only way.
It was the only way.
Yeah, it's the only way. Yeah, there's only one.
Good. I'm just double checking because I saw it with someone who didn't catch that at all. Well, what the meaning of that was.
No, but even then, I mean, we know there's a Black Panther and Spider-Man 2 in development. We know. You knew going in or at the end, this gets undone.
100%.
The real question is who the fuck else permanently dies.
Yeah, who's gonna die in part 2?
Val couldn't look at the screen for the start of this movie.
Also, it doesn't help that in the original Infinity War that this happens. Like half of everything goes away, but they all come back.
Mm-hmm. No, it makes sense.
Yeah.
God, these kids who read the manga are spoiling the anime for the rest of us.
I know.
I wonder, do you think Gamora's going to come back? I don't think so.
So the current working theory is that the snap can be reversed, but anyone killed normally.
That's what I believe.
Like
but
Gamora,
the reason
Loki.
I bring it up is because Guardians Volume 3 is happening as well. And outside of, like, everything's obviously going to be changed by the end of the next Avengers, but she was a big deal for that team. She's a big part of that.
I don't know if the team functions with her just gone.
Yeah, really.
Well, they could
Like,
easily
actually, though.
swap her out with what's her face, her sister. I mean,
Nebula?
yeah, it wouldn't be
Nebula.
as there, right? Like the synergy wouldn't be as there with the team.
But
But
maybe that's
like,
part of the movie.
yeah,
Maybe the movie ends with "You're not your sister, but that's okay."
yeah. I don't know.
No, but I don't know. There's just so much in this movie. It's amazing how it feels like it's so much, and yet it feels like it takes its time so well.
All right, I have a fun question. What was
Okey-doke.
your favorite joke from the movie? Because I'm not gonna lie, this is a funny movie.
Honestly, almost everything with Drax.
All right, good. So we're on the same page.
Like, I was starting to think because Spider-Man and Doctor Strange kind of doing another take on the whole "I'm strange, yes you
Yes.
are" from Doctor Strange. That was really good. But then I thought of a few minutes later, where's Gamora? Who's Gamora? No, how do you
One better.
Where? Why Gamora?
Why Gamora? It's a
Why
toss
is
up between
Gamora?
that one and the whole invisible bit. I was fucking dying during the invisible
I have-
bit in the theater.
I have mastered the art of being so still.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Drax, we could see you. Damn it.
Nah, the biggest
You
joke
can't. I'm invisible.
is Peter Dinklage. For the first
my
time in his life, he is the biggest person.
The big joke is that he said when he started acting, I never want to be a dwarf in a movie or a show or anything.
He's a dwarf, but he's also a giant dwarf.
Like,
He is now a giant dwarf. Literally, he is a dwarf. A
Can I
giant
say,
dwarf.
I wish there had been more in the movie about how do we get around the fact that there's only one dwarf left and his hands are metal. Like
yeah.
metal rocks. Like, it seems like that's not even an issue. Like, what the fuck did all the other dwarves do if it's literally turn on the star with this mold sitting in there and you're done?
Listen,
That seems easy.
listen.
Look, Thor is a god.
Sure. When he has to hold it open, dude, that was badass.
That whole scene was great.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite parts.
the full force of a dying star. It'll kill you.
Suicide.
Only if I die.
Jesus
Sounds like some
Christ.
snow level dialogue there.
That line was fucking fantastic. Yes, that's what dying is.
Jesus fuck. I kind of wish Cap and like the rest of the ground team got more screen time though.
They did feel a little shafted.
Well, but they survived.
What are your
They
thoughts
did.
on Captain Shields?
I really sincerely hope he gets the other one back for some final bit in the next movie.
Nah, I like
It doesn't-
these ones.
It doesn't feel like Captain without the classic shield.
Nah,
It doesn't.
nah, I like these shields.
I think I
They got
I
fucking
want to
lasers
see,
and
look,
shit in them. I like them.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
Really?
Well, they don't have
That everyone,
lasers.
like Spears has.
Yeah.
But like the edges of the shield pop out, and they have like this like
Yeah, they pop
heated-
out. I don't remember seeing like an energy thing.
yeah, no, they did. Or maybe I'm thinking of the comic. Maybe I thought it was in the
thought they
movie.
I thought they just have like little blade extendies that just kind of instead of being a rounded
Extendies.
bottom, they turn into a point. That's all I remember.
All right, never mind. I still think they're dope as fuck.
They're cool.
Also,
Here's the
what
thing.
the
only
fuck?
reason
What?
I was gonna say the only reason I say it is because if next movie is his last movie, I would really love to see him go out as like the hero classic Steve. That would mean a lot. I can understand if they don't want to. I think it'd be pretty badass to see him go out with the shield because it's his.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can understand them not doing it because of how Civil War went, and they're gonna make Falcon Captain America, which sucks because he's pretty boring. But
Yeah. It's lame. I think they should go with the original plan before Falcon and make Bucky Captain America.
that'd be cool.
Because-
That would be
make
cool.
Leslie happy.
I would watch the shit out. Like, if they make Falcon, like, I have nothing against the actor, but like, I just think Falcon's fucking
It's
lame.
boring. He's
Yeah,
so
Honestly,
boring.
Falcon
fucking
feels like a
boring.
sidekick in these movies.
He is a sidekick, literally.
Everyone kicks his fucking ass.
all
In the
Him
comics.
and Rhodey, man, they are
Him
so.
and Rhodey just like calling the shots.
Which sucks
No, we're
because
flying.
Rhodey's cool. Like War Machine is fucking cool. Falcon is not cool. Fuck Falcon.
Falcon is literally like it's literally normal gear. It's honestly, if you had Star-Lord without the charisma, you get Falcon. Like because Star-Lord is the same thing.
Flying
He's a
and
guy with
shooting.
he has flying boots, which apparently lots of people have. He has a cool visor, which again anyone could have. And he
Nah.
has blasters.
What makes his blasters unique is what they don't really show off in the movies. Is that his blasters shoot the 4 different elements like water, fire, air.
Weird.
Yeah, they don't show that in the
They've-
movie.
They always just
Star-Lord
have, like,
mastered
blasters.
all 4 elements,
Oh my god.
Yes.
and
Anyway,
then Thanos attacked.
no, but okay, even with cool blasters, basically, he's just a guy with some gear. Like Tony
Yeah.
takes it to a new level. Falcon's like this is rescue wings, and I have
Actually.
little drones, missiles, things. It's like really
He's fucking boring. I don't like him.
so boring.
Bucky's got this dope ass arm, which they didn't
Yep.
even. They didn't even. They're like, "Yo, we got you a brand new fucking
And he
arm."
doesn't use it, but he does
Yeah.
do something cooler with it.
Here's the other thing. He could do sick cap shield moves with the arm.
Yeah, but we
I
don't.
bet you money they could find.
Yeah,
something
but
to
we
do.
don't. We don't see shit.
What?
We don't see anything cool with him using the arm and shit.
I'm sure we. Yeah, I know.
That's fucking dumb. They made a big fucking deal out of this arm. And I
Yeah,
wanted to
because he's-
see it. I wanted to see it.
I honestly wish there had been a painted, faded red star on it just to, like.
Just
look
in
cool.
reference.
Nah, he's
Even if it would be-
Wakandan now.
He's gone native.
Yeah.
Freeman.
Wow.
I'm keeping the computer
Freeman
science
just-
memes relevant to what we're talking about.
Yeah, Freeman just sent a meme to our podcast chat. It's a picture of Thanos with the gauntlet on, and it's when you go to debug your code, but you didn't write any comments. And it's, I hope I remember you.
Damn, that's reckless.
Speaking of that bit again, though, going back, Stark versus Thanos. When Thanos is like, "Hey, Stark, what's up?" and Stark's like, "What? You know who
You
I
know
am?"
who I am. I-
And then okay, I have to say, I get what they were going for, but the line from Thanos of "because of your bravery, half of humanity will live," that was gonna happen anyway, wasn't it? Like, wasn't it gonna be half from every race, or were there some races that got erased and some that just lost some people? I don't get Thanos' line of half of humanity will live, because that was the plan.
yeah.
Is that supposed to make Tony feel better?
It's like glass half
I
full
don't
kind
get
of
it.
thing. Maybe, I don't know.
Nah, man, I don't know.
That line bugged me when he's like, "Because of your bravery, half of humanity will live," and it's like, what? That I thought the whole idea was half of everyone dies.
Yeah, actually, now that I think
Unless
about
he
that
just-
comment, doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that
I guess the idea was that
bugged me.
Thanos could always just argue, like, I'm not going to be fair. Fuck you. I kill your planet and balance everything out. But I don't know if that's out of
not how he
character for
acts.
him.
every other thing has been kill half of a planet's population.
Yep.
And what if half of humanity dies, but then 3/4 of another race lives, so that 3/4 of another dies? Like, then what was the
Yeah,
point
no,
of
it doesn't
calling
fit his
Stark
ideal.
brave?
Because he's not out just to kill. He's got, like, you know, the closest thing to a real motivation we've seen in a good Marvel villain.
He is already up in the top of the Marvel villains for sure.
Yeah. What were your thoughts on the CG for Thanos? Did you guys like it?
Great.
I heard a lot of
I get that.
complaints early on, but it was pretty good.
Yeah, when the trailers came out, everyone's like, "Why does he have a ball sack on?"
Well,
his
no, I
head?"
mean, like,
And then-
with the week that it came out, I heard a lot of complaints.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it ended up being great.
Yeah, no, it was fine.
No, no.
I
I'm
mean,
not.
they called him out on the chin comment in movie.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm never
literally.
the biggest fan on full CG characters in game, or not. Sorry, I
That
guess
is reasonable.
in movies. Like, they kind of break my immersion. Like, they did what they could with Thanos, but I don't know. I guess because we come from a time where movies didn't have a lot of like too much CG. Like they were all about
Mhm.
like authentic, like handmade stuff.
Yeah, practical
And
effects.
yeah, like I don't know, like I'm not a big fan of full CG characters, I guess.
That's
So
fair.
there was one scene in Black Panther when I was watching on Friday. I noticed they're fighting on like the train down in the mines at the end of the movie, and there's one
Yeah.
part where Black Panther goes and he grabs one of the like pillars and he swings around it. And as I'm watching it, it was very jarring because everything on screen for that shot was CG, and it occurred to me that was the exact shot from The Matrix that everyone criticized for having bad CG, where Neo grabs the pole and he's just like swinging around on it. And it made me realize we've come a long way, but it's still kind of shitty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is still kind of shitty. I guess what
What else? There's got to be more. There's so much in this movie.
Um.
The first part is
Yeah,
pretty slow.
I'm getting real tired of every movie opening with Pepper Potts getting mad that Tony's
And
running
Tony.
off to use the iron suit,
I mean, they stopped that for a while when they were broken up.
and then they brought it right back.
Yeah, that's all she is. She's just the nagging girlfriend. That's literally all she is. She's supposed to be like this big executive of a huge technology conglomerate, but all she does is hound Tony. It's kind of annoying, actually.
Yeah.
As much as I like the actress, and for some reason I'm bad with names.
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah, she's hot.
Yo, she
But
is.
I like they typecast her to literally be the annoying girlfriend.
I think
Yeah.
in their defense, though, there's not a lot of time. Like, you really don't have time in this movie. There's really too much stuff to do to really get more than, hey, look, it's Pepper Potts.
Yeah.
I can understand what you're saying, but I also think if she's not dead, she'll definitely show up a bunch in the second one.
Probably, especially with
Tony alive.
Tony still alive and having to deal with just
Mhm.
the repercussions. Because we didn't see her
Yeah.
get vaporized. We saw everyone else. Oh, whoa.
Yep.
We're not talking about the big implication at the end of the movie.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So,
The only post-credit
does anyone know what the timeline is regarding Captain Marvel?
What do you mean, the movie?
Yeah, because someone told me that
Prequel.
the
It's
movie
an
takes
origin
place in the
story.
90s or something.
Yep.
So she's
It's
just
going to
been
be young Nick Fury and Coulson.
so she's just been off the grid since then.
So I read in some articles that talked about it a little bit because they're like, oh, what's going on with Captain Marvel? Find out in our shitty article. Apparently she runs. So apparently there's in Marvel a sister organization to S.H.I.E.L.D. called SWORD that is about dealing with extraterrestrial threats.
Okay.
And she is like either the head or a major agent for them. So she spends a lot of time in outer space, actually. So it's very likely that she's not on Earth.
Oh. Interesting.
Which would explain why she wasn't there for Avengers 1 or Civil War and all that stuff. Is that she's kind of been in space dealing with like the Kree, which is this other big deal race. And the Skrulls. They're this whole big thing. Freeman with the constant.
Yeah, I just need to share all my Avengers memes in the chat. Get it out of the way. That's the last one I have.
Speaking of this, though, Mr. I can't even do the chant. I'll embarrass the shit out of myself. The guy who's with T'Challa, who does
M'Baku.
the chant.
Dude, he's the man.
It's so fucking badass.
Yeah, dude, his tribe is cool. What else? There's something else I wanted to talk
The
I
about.
shield
had
cloaks. They're
some-
neat.
Oh yeah, I don't know shit about Captain Marvel though. She's kind of annoying. Like
I don't read the
She-
manga. I don't know either.
she comes in
Freeman.
like I've been reading like some like she appears in some of the comics I've been reading recently. And like every time she shows up, she's just annoying. Like was it in the Punisher? She shows up. She showed up in the last issue of the issue of Punisher I read, and her and the Punisher fought. To give you like a little background, because I think I told you guys he ended up taking War Machine suit, the Punisher did. And he went to like this terrorist cell organization that the UN wouldn't touch, and he just decided to kill them all.
Dang.
And fucking Nick Fury sent like people who had like very similar War Machine suits after him to detain him, and he just killed them. And then he came back to the New York to kill some drug dealers, and Captain Marvel stopped him. And they fought, and the Punisher ended up getting away. And Captain Marvel's like, you stole my boyfriend suit, because she was going out with Rhodey during before Civil War 2. And I can't remember.
Civil War 2?
Yeah, there was Civil War 2. It was really fucking stupid. No one liked it. But I can't remember who. Someone shot down Rhodey and killed him.
Woo.
Within the infighting. And so that caused Tony to fight Captain Marvel. And then so she gets pissed off. And she got pissed off that, like, the Punisher was a part of S.H.I.E.L.D. Or no, he was a part of the Hydra when Captain America moved over. Because he's loyal to Captain America. That's why he followed him to Hydra. And so and at the end of the last issue is her and the rest. Oh no, hold on. I have it in my drawer here. Where the fuck? How many fucking heroes showed up to fucking take down the Punisher? It was like a stupid amount.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she like ran away and she's like, "We're gonna take you down." Oh yeah, some like big names. Fucking Falcon, Bucky shows up, Hercules. Yeah, Hercules. Hercules. He mostly shows up in the Thor universe. Fucking Spider-Man. I think the Miguel Morales one. Yeah, some big dudes. The Thing. They show up and they're like, "Yo, we're gonna fuck you up, Punisher." Oh yeah, Hawkeye. Hawkeye takes some pot shots at him. Daredevil tries to fight him for some unknown fucking reason. He just gets fucking blasted.
Oh yeah.
So yeah. She's just fucking annoying. She's just salty.
Well, she's gonna save the day from Thanos, so too bad.
Yeah, I guess so. Even though she's fucking annoying. Well, she could be cool. She could be cool in the movie verse. I'll be alright with that.
So here's a quick question I should ask before we go to the week, because we could probably keep talking about the movie, but the impression is it's good.
Yes.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have an episode about it. Actually, no. I wouldn't say we only have an episode because it's good. Because we've had a lot of episodes about bad things, like 13 and apparently Star Wars 7. But that's besides the point.
Fuck, now I lost track of this.
We were going to weeks.
Oh no. The one thing before we get to the weeks.
I don't remember. You thought about it.
I was just gonna say something, and now I already am blanking on it. Fuck. Whatever. Fuck it. We'll go to the week. I can't believe I lost that. What the fuck?
What the fuck,
right.
Richard?
Oh well, I lost everything. That's okay.
Yeah.
Oh no! I remember. I got it back. Are you guys more or less excited for Captain Marvel and Ant-Man now that we've seen the big movie, and those are the two that will tide us over to the next Avengers?
I still care minimally about Ant-Man and the Wasp. I'm more interested about Captain Marvel than I was before.
Okay, Tyler?
I stand by what I said about Captain Marvel. I don't give a shit about her.
Are you going to see it for the context?
Unfortunately.
Yeah. You know Leslie will make you go anyway, so whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I'll see it. I'll give it a chance, but like, I'm not holding it to any sort of like high hope. And as far as Ant-Man and the Wasp goes, I don't have any interest in seeing it. I didn't even see the first that's the only Marvel movie I haven't seen. I haven't seen Ant-Man. Because I just don't give a shit. Like it didn't look interesting to me. Like
Paul Rudd breaks my immersion.
Yeah, like it's
Really?
almost
not gonna
fucking
lie.
jarring. I like Paul Rudd, but
Hmm.
man, it doesn't feel like he belongs in this universe.
You feel so out of place.
He does.
I thought the first Ant-Man was pretty hysterical, actually.
I imagine it's
It was
I imagine
a
it's
very
good,
funny movie.
but like when I saw Paul Rudd in like fucking Civil War, it was weird. It
So
just
what
felt
is he from
weird.
that breaks your immersion?
Everything that Paul Rudd is in.
The problem is he feels like the same character he
what?
was in 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Hold on, all right,
I
let's
saw that movie once many years ago, and it doesn't mean much.
all right,
Let's
hold
look
on.
into
Let's
the
look up
career
some
of
Paul Rudd.
Like,
Yeah,
What I'm trying to get at is, I'm pretty sure
I love
that
you, man.
he doesn't mean as much
Knocked
to
Up.
me. Like,
Knocked
I don't
Up,
know. I don't know other things he was in nearly as well.
Wet Hot
as you guys,
American
so I don't have a
Summer,
medal.
Sausage Party.
Nope.
Well, that's a
Nope.
voicing role.
Oh yeah, well that's fine. I forgot he was in Parks and Rec for 5 episodes.
He's in Friends for a good chunk of it.
Oh yeah, Anchorman. He was an Anchorman. This is the end.
This might be the only thing.
Let's see what else he was in.
I don't know.
Dinner for Schmucks.
He
That's
doesn't
right.
feel like he belongs here. It's
Okay.
weird.
Like he's been doing these like really funny, like just these comedy movies.
It's like if Seth Rogen walked into the MCU.
No, actually.
It's what it feels like.
Okay.
Oh yeah, role models. Like these movies, like that I'm listing off, I really enjoy them. Like I like role models. I think it was funny. 4-Year-Old Virgin, funny. I Love You, Man, hilarious.
I believe you guys, and I've seen. Well, I saw 40-Year-Old Virgin once a long time ago, like I said, but I don't know. It just doesn't do that for me.
That's good for you.
Yes, it helps me enjoy it more.
Yeah, I don't like. It's just like Freeman said. It's just jarring for me. It really takes me out of the whole immersion.
Mhm.
Like because he plays these other roles that, and he does play a variety of roles actually in these comedy movies. He doesn't play the same like
It's
Paul
not the same guy
Rudd.
every time, but
Yeah, which is good, but it's like because Paul Rudd like really works for those kinds of movies. Like I'm not really a fan of like Ant-Man, or at least like him in the Marvelverse. But I'll be honest though, same with Chris Pratt. I would not have imagined him in the Marvel universe.
but
I
at
think-
first I was
And lo and
skeptical, but
behold.
he made it work.
Yeah, he made it work. We gave him a chance, but like I can't get Paul Rudd. He didn't do enough things for me to think of him as a staple. Like the only thing I had seen him in was
That's
Parks
fair.
and Rec. I have been watching Paul Rudd movies or movies that have Paul Rudd in it for like almost 10 years now.
That makes sense.
Actually, now that I think about it, because I forget this, aside from like everybody in, there's only a few stars, like a handful of stars, like in the MCU, at least the main characters that are established actors and actresses. Like the only ones you really have are like Scarlett Johansson, Mark Ruffalo,
Chris Evans, Robert Downey Jr.
no, Chris Evans. Oh yeah, RDJ is established, and so was Chris Evans. But he hasn't had a lot of like terribly big roles. Like the last big role he had was in Fantastic Four.
I didn't even recognize
him
him as being what's his face from Fantastic Four.
Human Torch.
Yeah, and he's been in other good stuff too, but like they haven't been that big. Like he was in Puncture. I know you guys haven't seen that movie, but I know
What
Val
makes you
would
think
love
we
that
haven't
movie.
seen that movie.
Have you seen it? What's it
No,
about?
but what makes you think we haven't seen it?
Because like it's an obscure movie.
Okay.
Snowpiercer for some reason was very popular. I don't know why. No
I thought it was
clue.
great.
Movie was shit.
What?
For it having like actually a decent cast, I thought it was garbage. And don't tell me
Aw.
a movie that has the line, and I know that babies taste best is a good movie.
Oh, it was such a good line.
No, shit. It was actual shit. That movie was bad. I thought Ed Helms was cool, but Ed Helms is always cool. But yeah, like Robert Downey Jr. Let's be honest, he didn't have shit going for him. He was like in this big decline because he was addicted to drugs and alcohol.
Yep.
For a while, and he didn't have any fucking parts until Iron Man came out.
And then it was like, now you're the biggest again, baby.
Yeah, like that. All these actors and actresses really didn't have much going on for them. And I'm sure that's why they were able to originally get them. Like, yeah, even Mark Ruffalo. Mark Ruffalo is in a decent amount of movies before the MCU, but he was never really that relevant. He always played side characters.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
That's perfect.
I was concerned when Doctor Strange came out. So I'm like, I'm just gonna see Sherlock pretend to be a.
No, you sure don't.
Except I didn't. He owned the role.
Perfect.
He's amazing as Doctor Strange.
Yeah,
he's
pretty
he
good.
is perfect as it. It's so just the calm, collected, somewhat snarky asshole who's super smart. Oh, he's so good.
All
right. So now we got back onto Marvel.
Yeah, that's okay. Well, no, it wasn't back on. I had wanted to make my comment about the future movies. But yes, now we should talk about our weeks. So Tyler, what are you doing this week?
I'm working like always, and I'm playing through the original God of War trilogy because Leslie wants to see it now. Which is great. Because wait, I don't remember if I mentioned it yesterday or last week I was.
I think you said that she wanted to, but I don't think you had started.
Oh yeah, well we started it. And I beat the first one already.
There you go.
It's not that hard to get through, especially since I beat them before. But it was great because she forgot like a lot of the beginning of the game. Because I remember she said she played the beginning of the first one, but she never played through the whole game. And so after seeing like Kratos being like this very heavy-handed father, but still a father figure nonetheless, and seeing this completely different side of Kratos, and then starting the game with the Hydra was the fucking greatest thing because you realize that it sets the tone for the entire trilogy. Because he kills people indiscriminately, right? Like it doesn't matter who the fuck you are, if you're in the way, you're dying. And he finds the captain. This isn't too much of a spoiler for people who haven't played. Also, the game's been out for over 10 years, so I'm just gonna say it.
Whoa, Aerith dies. What are you talking about?
Jesus Christ. After you kill the Hydra, right after you do all that, you go into the main Hydra's mouth and you see the captain dangling in the throat of the Hydra. And before you get to the Hydra, I should say, you run into this door and you hear females on the other side of the door. And so Kratos like doesn't say anything about it, but he finds the captain and he sees a key dangling from his neck and he like lifts him up. He's like, "Oh, thank you for saving me." And Kratos just goes, "I didn't come back for you." And he rips the key off the captain and he lets him fall down the Hydra's throat. And I'm like, and then Leslie goes, "I don't like this Kratos." I'm like, I even thought about it too. I was like, Jesus Christ, he really was the biggest fucking douchebag.
He is a huge asshole. It's good.
You
want to play the asshole in that game.
Also,
mega asshole.
At the same time, I know I'm like tagging away a little bit, but I also realize that I will never probably see any more games like God of War again.
Oh, hell no.
Because
the closest you'll get is any new Devil May Cry.
Like, no, I'm saying like as far as like themes go, like it's almost like the games that are being produced now and then are night and day. It's like I'll never see a game in my opinion, I feel like I'll never see another AAA title that will have this much ultra violence and nudity in it. So casual. It's so casual that I'm like, holy shit, I don't see it. Like not even the new God of War was this violent. And it kind of makes me upset. Because like there's literally gallons of blood. Like there's not like a too unrealistic amount from like the enemies, but it's like you go into Hades domain and there's just like a waterfall of blood. And like, you know, there are spines that have like razor blades on them. And then you got these like gorgons that come at you and they have tits. And you just rip their fucking head off. It's great. I love it.
I just don't think that sells enough to do. I think if it's sold, they'd do it, but it doesn't sell, so they don't.
Yeah, no. That's what I'm saying. Like,
no, I agree with you, but yeah, I think if there was demand, but I just think
yeah, no one's a
demand
fan.
isn't there anymore.
The demand for the ultra violence isn't there anymore. And I'm like, shit. Like, you couldn't sell Manhunt anymore. I mean, granted, it's banned. It's banned to be sold in the US. But
that's a game I haven't heard anyone talk about in a long time.
I know, right? I love Manhunt. Manhunt's fucked up, but I really enjoy it. It's weird, but yeah, like that you would never, like, if you were to try to sell, if Rockstar was trying to sell Manhunt today, it wouldn't fly. No one would buy it.
Yeah,
I'm almost guaranteed no one would buy it. But that's fine. But yeah, I'm not all right. But back to my week, I'm not doing anything. I'm just playing God of War. I'm probably gonna watch some movies, get Leslie to watch Sicario, and that's about it. And then next week, I think next week or the week after that, it's gonna be great because I'm gonna be starting my 12-hour shifts.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, except it's fine. My boss moved me from a 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. shift. Like on the next Saturday to a midnight to 8 a.m. shift, like the first day go live goes. But that's fine. I would rather have a midnight to 8 a.m. than a 6 p.m. to 6 a.m.
That's fair.
I'm gonna be dead either way,
Jesus.
but that's okay.
It's not okay.
It's not okay. But
Freeman, what are you doing this week?
Undepress
this, please.
So my cousin is getting married this weekend, and there was a controversy leading up to this wedding because my cousin drinks a lot when he parties, and he went on his bachelor party weekend 2 weekends ago, and him and his buddy were bear hugging, and they lost balance, and his face smashed into the ground. He gets up, and his front tooth is chipped. So he sends this picture to my mom going, "Can I fix this?" So my mom starts flipping out going, "You gotta be fucking kidding me." So he managed to get it repaired. You can't even tell that he had the whole thing like reattached. So he's looking great for the wedding. Everyone's happy. His fiance wanted to murder him, but now she's finally, air quotes, calming down. So we have his what's it called? Rehearsal dinner Saturday, and the wedding's like pretty much all day Sunday. Open bar. My brother just got back in from the city, so he's ready to party. It's gonna be a pretty good weekend, but unfortunately, I'm not gonna get to do I'm not gonna be able to get anything done because the whole weekend is setting up for that. So,
right. Sounds like fun though.
Tomorrow, I don't know what I'm doing, but then I'm doing D&D with you guys on Thursday, and then my Friday is probably family.
Sweet.
But yeah, that's it. I'm probably not gonna have a lot for weeks because most of my weeks are, as I said before, hanging out with you guys in Ohio and then anime next. So I just got a lot of prep work for all that stuff going.
Woo. My week's been pretty nuts. Finally, pulled the trigger, and Friday was the day our utilities basically switched over to the house. So all weekend was moving stuff over. Still have lots of stuff to move, but all the big stuff is here. So we're actually living in the house now.
Nice.
This week's going to be more of the same. Ed, who's at the wedding, we bring up a lot on the podcast, he's coming out Thursday. He's flying up, and he's going to spend Memorial Day weekend here and fly out on Memorial Day. We're going to go to the shop so he can meet some Magic people. He probably won't play. We're going to make some food. We're going to go up to Cleveland. We're just going to hang out with him. He's here to relax and enjoy himself a little because he doesn't have much going on in DC these days. And yeah, that's and tomorrow we have to drive to Target to buy a futon for him to sleep on. Also, so that we can have more places for you and Luigi to sleep for him when you guys get here.
Gonna be good.
Thankfully, we have worked out a new system. So I'll tell you guys off camera. It's not really pertinent, but it's fun to talk about. But yeah, honestly, for me, I recorded a fuck ton of Empire Earth still before I left. I haven't recorded here other than this yet. This is actually the first recording I'm doing in the new place. I have recorded now up to Empire Earth episode 11 released today, and I have recorded up to 25. So still on top of things. I'm only about one session ahead for Shadow of War, which is bad because I just made it to the DLC, the last DLC, and it seems like I really need to grind the shit out of it. So I might start another LP in the meantime. Maybe I'll do that episode 1 Racer. I don't really know yet. So that's all happening. I might just put out more Empire Earth because it seems popular too. Might just say fuck it and catch up on that a little bit, and take a break from one session of Middle Earth or something. I might try to record something special with Ed while he's here. I have no idea what, but I would love to record with him while he's here. Same with Freeman, you and Luigi. If we could do something while you guys are here.
Oh man, what would we do?
I don't even know. I mean, you guys are going to get here Friday, and then Saturday is going to be shop day.
Yeah, I was going to ask if we're going to the shop. All right. What?
Oh,
Did
fuck
they just
yeah,
play
dude.
Commander on Saturdays?
And Modern at 6 o'clock.
Oh,
you could play
buddy.
Modern.
All right, it's
Now,
going down.
It is a tournament series, so you'd have to pay in, and you're not going to
Not able to play anything else
get
the rest of
anything
the
from
day.
it. But you could totally play Modern at 6 o'clock at our store.
Oh man, do I really want to watch Black White Tokens get destroyed in front of my eyes? Maybe.
You could.
We'll consider this.
You could. But yeah, I also did something special. I bought a grill today
Nice.
at Lowe's. Spent 20 minutes wrestling it into my car and taking it apart. There are now pieces on the front porch and in the backyard.
Propane, or is it like a charcoal grill?
Propane.
Nice.
Propane.
My coworker
exists.
who helped me
Accessories.
move actually offered me a free charcoal grill, but charcoal's just so much hassle.
Yeah, it's a lot to maintain that. Get it
I'd
clean.
rather just get a nice propane grill. It seems pretty nice. It was about getting the tank and everything was almost $200, but hopefully it'll last a while. And yeah, we're throwing down roots at this house. It's really nice. The owners are amazing. We have an issue with our sink, and the guy was here today. The husband in the relationship, he was here looking at it, and he's going to get parts and going to come back and fix our sink, hopefully. So yeah, they're really nice people, and we gotta just bling out this place, and we're hoping to have it mostly ready. Oh, also, when you guys are here, we're gonna try to do our housewarming party. That's part of it.
Oh, cool.
Sunday, we're gonna try to have a thing where some of my coworkers and some of Val's come over and see the house and make stuff on the barbecue and stuff like that.
That's
Unfortunately,
nice.
we're not going to be there too late on
I
Sunday,
know.
though.
Yeah, you guys will probably only be here till like a little after lunch.
Yeah, like 1, 2 o'clock, we'll probably head out.
Yeah. But that's okay. This is all stuff we can figure out later. But yeah, so I'm mostly just moving. I don't know how much recording I'm going to get done, but yeah, I'm just settling into this house. It's a fun time.
Nice.
Nice.
But yeah, I think we're going to call it here because this is a long one,
God,
actually.
this went on forever.
But yeah, so until next time, my name is Tim,
I'm Friedman.
I'm just Tyler.
and we will catch you guys next week on the TNT podcast. See you later.